Sorry, we didn't really explain what's about to happen. We
That's fine.
Okay. They're like, okay, what's about to happen right now? I'd like to just start off with some music, you know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
fine. That's fine.
Had to go to your page real quick and
That's probably like the first original track that I actually made.
how do you say this? Mochi Sosta?
Mochi Sosta, yeah.
What's that mean?
You know, I heard it in in another previous. I don't even remember what the actual track was called, but the lyrics in there, they said it and it stuck with me, and I started like it kind of inspired me to make a beat like in that kind of pattern,
Okay.
and I just kind of kept having it in my head, saying it over again, and I was just making the beat, sitting on Ableton, like I was just throwing in different percussions and shit, and trying to figure out, which way I wanted to go, how I wanted the flutes to sound and stuff, and I just kept saying Mochi Sosa, and I kept having to get it untitled. I didn't know what to call it, and then I was like, you know what? That's what it's gonna be.
It's already came to
And
me.
I don't even know what it means.
Is it Portuguese or something?
I'm assuming so. I mean, I heard it and I looked it up, and I don't think it gave me anything. Honestly,
That's
on
why I
Google,
never
but
understand ballet funk because
Yeah.
they do a lot of Portuguese. And
That's
ballet
what,
funk.
and that's one. That was
But
one
I do
area
know-
that I need somebody to give me some expertise.
I
in to,
do
like,
know
learn
that
Portuguese.
they make it a point to sample the dirtiest like parts of songs.
Yes.
So they make sure it's like always like some dirty shit.
some
that they
dirty
saying.
shit that probably is not known on Google. Google does not know what that means. But yeah, no, it's definitely. I love the percussion. Speaks to like the I don't know, the inner part of you, like makes you try, makes you want to like move around. You
I
know
like
what
when
I mean?
Sango has that.
Yeah,
Die, die,
Where it's
die,
that,
starts adding a little shit like that. You're like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. Where it just gets you going, gets you moving. Yeah, it's definitely one genre of music that I actually respect a lot and I like because it can go very relaxed and chill mode, but it can also go at the exact same time and be a super hype track and just get you dancing and get everybody just
lit.
busting it.
Hey, we in here. People's favorite podcast. Nah, you got it. How you say that in Spanish?
You got it. Oh man. Pues ya tú sabes, or that's
Yeah,
really
like,
like
you
that's
already
more
know.
like you already know. You
Yeah.
know what
Pues
I
ya
mean?
tú
Like,
sabes.
you got
We're
it.
both like, I don't know.
You got it. Tú tienes. I mean, that's basically
Like,
saying like you
it's
got
like,
it.
it's like no.
Ya,
tú
ya,
tienes.
ya tú tienes. Yeah, that's,
Like, you
that's
already
another way.
got
That's
it.
a good thing about Spanish is you can translate so many different sentences.
You know what I've always wondered? How do they translate like rap songs into Spanish? Like, because it's not the same rhyme words.
It
like,
doesn't work.
It doesn't.
I've-
Okay,
I've-
so it
I've
doesn't work.
tried-
So I'm not crazy.
I mean, the story
So
makes
how do they do
sense,
They just end up, like,
but it
rewriting it.
happens to be that a lot of like Spanish words will end up rhyming with each other. So it kind of works. You know what I mean when it comes to a lot of these
Okay.
artists making their songs.
Or maybe they like change the word to something that does rhyme.
It could have, yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they abbreviate, and sometimes they won't even like put in the full S's inside of them. Like Bad Bunny, he's got full songs where like he says certain words, and I'm like, there's supposed to be an S at the end,
Yeah.
but there's no S. He just kind of like abbreviates it, and that's a good thing with Spanish is you can kind of do that. It kind of works with
Right, yeah,
from
yeah.
Spain to Mexico, like. Even the way they pronounce their S's are two different ones, but you can hear certain words that they match up. Like
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
they match up the same. It just works.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I guess we should say who we are. What's up, y'all? Koala Cool.
Hi, I'm
Lakita V over here.
I spoke way too soon.
No,
No.
No.
Lakita gonna introduce you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
She brought y'all down
Okay.
from Corpus.
Oh,
This is your
snap. I'm
people.
chewing.
So
I'm chewing.
this your
I'm
people.
chewing.
This your Corpus people.
This nachos.
She's got a mouthful of nachos.
So it's your girl Lakita Blonde, aka DJ Mocha Loco. We got DJ Dreamwear up in the house, y'all. David from Lost Vibes. I
Hey.
ain't want if you want your government name or what you want, but came down from Corpus Christi, y'all, to rock with us. So I'm super happy to have you here. I'm glad it worked out the way that it worked out.
Well, I appricate you having me. Actually,
They
this is
here on a
actually
Monday?
this is a huge honor. Anything that collaborates with you is like a huge honor.
Oh,
you know what I
Lord,
mean?
I
So
didn't
that's
even know
definitely.
the tears was coming. The tears.
No, this is great.
I'm
I'm
super
actually really happy to
excited.
be here, and this is really cool. Y'all made it a very welcoming podcasting home right now. So
Aw.
this works.
And on here, we do nothing but a CBD, right?
Oh
guys?
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
Of course.
Check your mic for me one more time. Dave.
Check,
Yeah,
check, check,
cool.
check, check. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, yeah, we good. It's
Can
good.
y'all hear me? Y'all feel what I'm telling you?
Yeah, man, appreciate you coming through.
Well, thank you. This
I would like to say that you traveled all the way down here just to be on the podcast, but y'all was down here celebrating some
Damn.
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. We had my girl's one of her best friends. It was her birthday, and we had to do it big. It was a long weekend, but it was a fun weekend. We had a good time,
Oh,
and we made some memories. Definitely, it was a blast. We actually got to, especially after everything that everybody's kind of been through with the whole pandemic. It was nice to start celebrating stuff this year and get us back together again. I think that was really
So
really
next
nice.
year we're gonna be 30
Why would you bring that up right now? Come on now.
because we got
Positive cast.
That was cool.
that was that is.
That's great.
I
Awesome.
thought we was turning up all year.
I don't know about you, but black people be really
Podcast.
excited when we live past 30.
What the?
Seriously.
Well, excited. Woo! No, that's always been all turn up. Is what I was thinking.
30. See the
Because
way
all of us gonna
You know
be-
what? See,
the
that's
way my
Oh,
back
Tanisha,
and
we
my
gonna-
knees are
we
set
gonna
up.
fuck some shit up.
no, you see, that's
Tanisha, she on the
this
side over
weird
there.
Western culture over here. They be like making it seem like getting older is like bad, but I swear every other part of the earth, like they love like getting
They
older
like
is like
being
is
older,
like
really.
a great thing.
Man,
Until you're like 50, you're like, okay.
No,
well,
getting older is like really
Okay.
really cool.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that. It's like that roller coaster feeling for me. You know what I mean? You turn an age and you like, oh yeah, I'm excited, but then you go through that down part. You're like, damn, I'm old. So damn, I'm old.
I ain't old.
Yeah, I guess like when stuff starts breaking down, like
Yeah, yeah.
that's
I
tough.
start feeling it.
Yeah.
And this was not the back that I had when I was 19. That's for sure.
Hey, sir, what are you doing back here in his warehouse? Oh, we're just looking for the back that I had. Got on layaway. Gonna put it on layaway.
Excuse me eating food, y'all. I'm really hungry.
This is a
we
Sunday
gonna be-
brunch edition.
Right. It's like the-
I feel like this is like maybe like the third one in a row I've been eating.
Oh, it's a Monday actually. I feel like it's a Sunday, but it's a Monday.
That's why I love Sundays and Mondays.
Monday is
because-
like my Sunday.
Monday is your Sunday. That works.
Yeah.
That works for people.
Yeah, because Sunday is my Saturday. You know?
I feel that.
I'll be working all weekend. Like that's my busiest time is over the weekend.
Sunday's actually my day off because I work throughout the week. Like usually I would actually have work tonight, but yeah, I'm off. I was like, I need Monday off.
Oh, yeah.
That was all I
I'm
needed.
off.
But tomorrow night I work. I have to go in for shift and everything. So yeah, I'm a night person.
Yeah.
I work a night job, so that keeps me up at night. And then weekends I DJ, and that keeps me up at night. So I'm a pretty huge night.
Like, we're
person.
night owls. I'm going to
too.
need Monday off.
I feel like I've always been like this, but it's nice to like now have like a job that like caters to like how like I've probably been like my whole life.
Yeah.
I've always hated like being up like early in the morning. That's not my
hate
my
it.
time to
That's
shine. Like
exactly-
that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like
Hate
the
it.
worst
That
of me.
That 7 a.m., 8 a.m. alarm. I'm like, fuck.
That's not my time. That's like the
Not
worst
what I want to
of
do
me.
right now.
And I get like to be productive, you gotta get up early and all that type shit.
Yeah.
But
No.
yeah, that's not a good time for me.
Not for me. Not for me at all. Not for me at all. Some people really like it. Some people can really be more like, I don't know. I can be a morning person if it's like I'm doing something fun. I'll wake up for it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go surf or something. Okay,
I'll
yeah.
wake up for it.
I'll be up at I'll be up at sunrise. Why not? That's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go to work.
One thing I'm gonna tell you have to do for me, you have to make it a point to talk into the microphone.
Talk into the microphone. I've always
It's
had
a
a thing about putting.
not away.
I've always had a thing
Okay.
about putting a mic this close to my mouth. I don't know what it
You're
is.
like, ooh. You're like,
It's like,
you
like always be
and
directing
I
your voice
just
towards the
going in.
microphone.
I always feel like, I don't know.
I said you ain't got to get that close to
Oh,
it.
nothing.
I don't know.
I swear. Nothing's off limits here. We didn't even give you like a rundown or nothing.
You pretty much just shoot the shit the whole time. And
Shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
We was talking about a couple of good things before the podcast though. We started talking about selection and
Yes.
how that coincided with us DJing and
Yes.
our styles and things like that.
Definitely.
If y'all don't know what
listening.
selection is, selection it's a podcast, I guess. It's a radio show that pretty much just plays music the whole time. It's hosted by a DJ named Joe K. He's actually like the owner of Selection too. Him and some other guy. What's his name? Andre.
Yeah.
Andre. Yeah.
Andre Ukwa or something.
Andre Powers.
Yeah.
And,
Powers. Yeah.
and they just basically got their own label now. They started out in California, been putting on DJs and producers. They have this particular sound, I guess you could say. It's like a mixture of like soul music, house music, like some Latin flavor. But it's all mixed up nicely by incredible producers and DJs. So it's just like overall the sound is just amazing. I don't know how to explain it. I can't really.
It's probably one of the best. I don't know, best actual things to come out of like Los Angeles because they're at the Beats One, studio recording every show that they drop on a weekly basis. And these people, I mean, they kill it. Their shows, they sell out, And what's cool is he features so many different artists, producers, DJs. He allows them to come on the show so that way they can get this kind of recognition that not a lot of people, will even
Yeah.
know. Like most of the time, he puts me on people I've like never even heard of, and I'm like, what?
But
And
that's the
then-
thing about them, and it's like they. I don't know who does who the favor, like the producers and the DJs or Selection, because it seems like I feel like Selection's only good because of those producers and DJs that mess with it. That's what gave them like their like clout, right?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, but at
Yeah.
the same time, Selection just did a great job at like everything they do like online is like
phenomenal.
phenomenal. Yeah. That great word, phenomenal.
You know what? For lack of better words, I like that. We're gonna use
I was
that.
gonna say just amazing again. That's probably like my go-to.
Phenomenal. Oh,
Phenomenal.
you know what?
Yeah,
It's a good word.
immaculate,
Sensational.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, they execute everything so
Yes,
nicely,
perfectly.
and just the artistic look of everything is like
From,
really.
from their videographers, the photographers that they use. I mean, everything just coincides so well with each other. It's almost like everything that's been brought to them together, like it's
The synergy.
for a purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
good
it's
synergy.
synergy. Yeah, like they just link so well. Like I see some of the production, like shooting that they actually do, and they're like taking videos of these people, like whether they're live, whether they're actually there at the studio, and they're like filming these artists perform songs for the radio show that week. It's a whole thing, and it's like a whole movie almost. Like you're watching, you're like, man, it's just amazing. It's hard to describe sometimes, but it's like, man, it's just cool. It's cool to experience this. It's cool
Yeah.
that it's available, and I think more and more people are definitely getting in on it. There's a lot of people here within Houston. I have homies that are in Austin as well. Shout out Ninth Sage. Shout out Haram. Shout out Joaquin.
The one came want to start giving a shout out.
Yeah, like all these guys are bringing that Selection
Shout
vibe
out,
over
shout
here,
out.
and they're linking with a lot of these artists from BB Nudes to, you got J Rob that they brought down here. They just had Lakim here in Houston on Friday and Saturday.
I wish I
Haram
would've
and
known.
them.
I didn't
Night
even know.
Sage, yeah, like he had them out, and they were performing at White Owl actually, and killed it. I mean, they had like a huge. I was looking at their story. I was like, man, they put on a great set again, And then Joe K just came out here. I mean, before the pandemic, we got
it's
to
great
see
that they
him.
get to come here and then they actually get love. Like
Yeah.
that's what's crazy.
We have actually.
I used to play.
fans
I
that
used to
like
play
it, yeah.
Selection, and I would always be surprised at who liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know nobody else that was playing that type of music here. So when I would that was when I first started DJing. So the first music I even started DJing was on that vibe instantly, and I was like.
It was
I would do a lot of open mics and shit, and I would play that shit, and people would be like, "Oh, damn, what is that? Oh, that's live. Why you playing a lot of beats? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's going on? Yeah."
It's
fire. I mean, it gets the people going. Sometimes you don't even need the song with the lyrics. Just that instrumental. will
When
just
you're
be
around
hitting.
creative people,
Yeah.
that music works great.
It definitely, yeah, for sure.
It
'cause
works.
I know
It works.
some people be like, "Come on now," and you be like, "Yeah, we're not here for you." You're that one member
get
of the
it.
audience that we not.
You like mainstream, we get it. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, come on, man. Just sometimes you got to sit back and just try something else. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Because you can just listen to anything. You can listen to it on the way home. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's right there. You
Oh,
can turn on any radio station. You'll hear what you want to hear.
Who
but,
was I
like,
listening to the other day? They went on a rant and they said, "Man, you got to listen to something else to and from the club.
Yeah.
When you get to the club, you're gonna hear the club music, but to and from, what are you listening to? It's like, damn.
It's true. I mean, even like before my gigs, I don't really like listening to like unless I'm in the mood for it.
Oh, wait,
I'll
this is
put
a
it
great
on.
topic. Yes. What do you like to listen to before a gig? This is
Man,
great.
honestly, there's this radio station that we have here, and it plays like oldies, kind of like some like really just like instrumental, like soft piano type stuff. It's 89.5, like you know what I mean. It's that oldie station that we got, like, and I just be putting it because like I like something just very chill sometimes, or like even after it too. Like I've just heard bangers the entire night. The last thing I need is more bangers. I just want to relax for
You
a
get in
little
the car,
bit.
fuck the
Yeah,
club
like
up.
I'm like, man,
No,
come
no.
on, I'm
Not
done.
again.
Nah, yeah, I like just listening to more relaxed stuff. Or sometimes I just won't even listen to anything. I'm just kind of like, you know what? Let me kind of just
Bask
relax
in
my
this
ears.
silence,
Yeah, relax my ears a little bit.
What about
But
you?
There's no, I don't have a specific thing. It's just either one of those. Like
Yeah.
the whatever is different from what I just played. And then like it is sometimes like if it was a crazy night and I'm just like over talking to people or something, that's when I won't listen to nothing. Like I'll be like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like
say a little
sound in
silence,
general, I'll
little
just be like,
moment
let
of
me just
silence.
chill.
Nothing wrong with
Mhm.
that. Nothing wrong.
I'm a
with that.
podcast guy, so I'd be listening to
Listen a lot.
podcasts
That's
on the
good.
way.
That's good.
Sometimes
It's
after.
like my brother. He loves listening to podcasts.
Unless I feel like I'm ill prepared for my set,
Yeah.
then I will for sure listen to like the
Oh,
music
yeah,
that like
for
you know
sure.
some music that I feel like I need to be
Give you some
listening to.
examples, something to start with. I feel that.
That makes sense for sure.
That's all I feel. I mean, like sometimes I'll be
Not that I'm ever ill prepared for sex. That would
Not
never
that would happen.
That would never happen.
not that would happen at all.
I never do such a thing. I'm always prepared.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh
man,
it's okay, and we're starting.
that's funny. That's funny as hell.
How long you been DJing?
Since 2017. 2017, we had our first gig, and we were bringing in more of that selection style. We were like Wednesday nights at a little local bar, and it was good. I mean, for a little bit, you know, thing with Corpus is they're a little bit on like a more mainstream, and they want to hear, you know, whatever's on the radio. They're not really too open about hearing like, you know, anything that's out there a little bit different.
Right.
So it didn't take too well. But then we started DJing just regular club stuff, and then, you know, now we're like, you know,
The
everywhere.
niggas.
That's part.
We're like everywhere, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're
We
DJing
them
at like
boys.
a lot of several locations that like have us there, and we pull through, and we bring out a lot of people sometimes, you know what I mean? It's actually really fun. I enjoy DJing just because I've always enjoyed like having people in the mood to like party, you know what I mean? I mean, we used to throw some crazy parties back in the day, and I was always kind of like, I want to hear this one song. Let me go put this song on real quick and change up the vibe real fast, and everybody start dancing around. I'm all, yeah, I put that song on.
Yeah.
That was even before I was DJ. I was just like, yeah, that was me. I'll put that song on.
I know how to get the crowd going.
Everybody loves that. That's like one feeling. That's why everybody like wants to be a DJ. I feel like because like when you play something that everybody likes, you're like, oh
yeah.
That was me.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
me, dog.
man, that
was
is
me.
the best
You
part
like
of being
that,
a
right?
DJ.
Yeah, you
Nah,
like
honestly,
that,
that
right?
is the best part of being a DJ. Like honestly,
It's really good. I mean, and it's one of those things that, you know, I mean, I was a little bit into instruments. My brother was better at, like, you know, he was able to play guitar. I sucked at guitar. I don't know if I got arthritis or what, but my fingers just don't work that way. He was able to play piano. I can't
if I
play
got
piano. Like, my
arthritis
fingers
or-
don't bend that way either. Like, I don't know what it is, but I played drums when I was little for my church. Like, I played drums for them, and then I always appreciated music, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I grew up, my mom put us on a lot of soulful stuff, like Anita Baker, Sade, Gloria Estefan, you know what I mean? Like, stuff that was like, you know, Luis Miguel, like, he used to have some bops back in the day in the 90s. Like, it was fire to wake up to.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have a TV. We had a little boombox. So we would also make our own custom, like, mixtapes, like cassette
Oh,
tapes.
shit,
We'd
okay.
like, we hear a song on Hot Z95, we'd hit that record. Yeah.
No,
And then we like,
this
and
is
we'd have to,
like-
and we would be so like precise about it. We'd be, as soon as the song was done, stop.
Boom.
And then like, yeah,
And
and
that
then we
mother
had a
sound
whole
clean.
cassette
I
tape.
was looking
Yeah,
at that, I bet that mother
we had
was
a whole, we had a
smooth.
whole bunch. I mean, we even did that for like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, we did that for so many things because
Every day,
our
every
mom's
day.
van, it only had, you know, a cassette tape in it too. So like,
Mm-hmm.
my brother had to drive at a young age. He started learning to drive when he was 15, but we'd be cruising, like listening to the music we wanted to, making little cassette tapes. I wish we'd have kept them. I
was
wish
gonna
we
say,
had
'cause,
kept
like,
them.
now all the retro shit that's
Oh
coming out.
man.
this nigga, this who you talking about?
Which one? Who's this?
Luis Miguel.
Oh yeah.
This who you listen to?
There's one, but you're choosing the wrong one.
I just picked the
No.
first video that popped up.
Not that one. Hold on. So here on Now You Got It. We don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know this song. But shout out to old dude. Shout out to old dude.
Oh my! You should see this dude's hair. The boy got that thing feathered.
I'm
Got
looking
that
at it on
thing
TV.
feathered, looking like Michelle Pfeiffer or some shit back in the '90s.
He's like, yeah.
Look it up real quick, cause that's
He's like,
gonna
mama.
that's gonna bother. My
Can you
mom,
tell me-
honestly, it was like the first song on the cassette tape, so it used to wake us up. Every
My bad, Luis
Saturday,
Miguel. I ain't mean to
like-
play your most trash song. I ain't mean, I ain't mean to play your most trash song.
And it is probably one of the top songs. Your
I
most
mean, it's gotta
trash
be. It's
song.
got 425 million views. It's gotta be doing something.
That's
Yeah, he's a
funny.
huge artist in Mexico. All the ladies were crazy.
I
About
feel like
this
I
man.
played like something that was like different than what he normally does.
That's what I was
you know
saying.
what
I
I'm
was like, oh wait, you probably chose the wrong one. Yeah, that's what it's called.
That was good.
Dame.
There it is.
What's that mean?
Give me.
Okay. Damn. That one word means two words?
That's what I'm saying. It simplifies it a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, got the band out, silhouetted band.
Silhouetted woman in the background.
Yeah.
Floating in the air.
Is that
got
where
the
the
John Wick
Teletubbies
look
got the
going on.
sun idea from?
How old is this?
Was it like 90 something, right?
Well, YouTube wasn't out, so
I don't even know.
they
wanna
might
say it
not.
was
They
in the
might not tell
90s.
you like. Sometimes they don't tell you
Yeah,
like
they don't
where
wanna
it's from.
tell
They
me.
just tell you when they posted it. Oh,
See, imagine waking up
Yeah.
to that at like
I think I've heard this song.
7 in the morning on a Saturday morning. You gotta clean the house. You gotta clean.
I
the
know my
house.
mama know this song. My mom knows this song.
It's fire.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know.
That's what I'm saying. You chose the wrong one.
didn't
It's
know-
all you chose. The
I didn't even
wrong
know
one.
Hispanic people made music like this. Okay.
Got the horns in the back. Got them in that hot sun,
Okay,
playing
I
the horns
was
out
gonna
there.
I'm trying to think if this was an American artist, who would this be?
Oh man,
Like this style.
Michael Bublé. I would say like he was like the Spanish version of Michael Bublé, but he's more Canadian. So I don't know if we could say,
Bublé.
but we'll count it. We'll count it for America. We'll count it for America.
Damn, I was finna say fucking Bruno Mars, but then he's already Hispanic.
Nah. But you got to think back in like this era.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like music Michael Jackson made though with less dancing.
With less dancing.
Like yeah.
Well,
this
he
sounds
had a
like
music
he just-
video
he
with
just hitting like a
Naomi
little
Campbell.
stroll,
They're in the desert.
Trapped in the closet.
That's it. Yeah.
Keep it in the closet.
Keep it in the closet.
closet.
In
Or
the, it's just
Sade,
in the
this is
closet.
actually
Yeah,
sounds
I'm
like
all
in the closet.
trapped in the
There you
closet.
go.
Fucking
I
R.
was all,
Kelly.
wait, that's,
You're like,
that's the wrong
"Woo!"
one. I was all up.
Wrong nigga.
That's the
Oops.
wrong one.
He's out. Oh.
Oh man.
That's funny. Okay.
We're like, ooh,
Okay, Luis
touchy.
Miguel.
Yeah, but yeah, from that, I mean, Anita Baker was my mom's second like favorite artist. So man,
That's my biological dad's favorite singer.
I swear, I
Anita
can
Baker.
listen to Anita Baker any
Been so
morning.
long.
That's
a good song.
oh
Yeah, that's the one.
that's
I
the
can
one.
play that one
That's
on the
the
keys.
one. Ooh, you can? Mm-hmm. Good.
That's a good. That makes fun of us.
Good. No.
Earlier you was talking about things you don't like people do at the club.
Oh man, stories, my man.
What's like the worst thing that's ever happened to you while you was DJing?
Oh man. Okay. Somebody came up and asked if we had a microphone and if we could play his song that he had on a USB and he could perform it.
Okay.
Mind
okay.
you, this is not a place for.
It wasn't open mic night.
It was not open. mic.
Man,
It was not.
They be killing me with that shit.
Not only that,
dog.
we did not have our microphone even set up, so it was
not
like,
even that.
Yeah, like
Sound
no
like
one's been using a
concert.
microphone all night.
What do you have? You're like your mic?
We have a microphone, you
Yeah,
know what
the
I mean?
DJ
Yeah,
mic.
we have like a DJ
Yeah.
mic, you know. But I mean, we don't use it unless we like necessarily have to. Like we just don't like using it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So they don't
Like,
make y'all really MC.
nah, not too much.
That's
It's-
the one
it's-
thing down here, bro.
They
Like,
make you MC a lot, or
They
what?
don't make you, but if they be looking at you funny when you're not talking on the mic because
Really?
they just so used to like people getting on like, we had blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
see, I don't
they
like that.
love it down here. And
Turn up,
it's like,
It
shake it,
interrupts
shake
the
it,
vibe. It interrupts the vibe. You know, you're trying to hear the music. I ain't trying to speak over it. I want you just to vibe. I want you to
it's
dance.
like people like it's almost like they like want you to tell them what to do.
Yeah, it's
And
like-
what I gotta tell you to have a good time.
Yeah, I don't
Dance
wanna
and do
I
shit.
want to be like, who's having fun?
What's funny is that I haven't been anywhere that tried to make me unless it was an event. Like if it was a private event, they be expecting you to talk. But what I do is I'll just, of course, because I
If there's
like to
announcements
dance.
to make.
Of course.
Yeah, like an announcement. Yeah, but I'll be like, I will charge again. I'll be like, you want me to MC? That's another fee.
That's how I feel
That's a
about it
separate
too.
fee,
That's
yeah.
how I feel
That's
about it.
Because
separate.
I do not like, I actually don't like MCing. I just like to be able to grab the mic whenever I want
Say what
and
I
say what I
need
need to say if I feel like
If
it.
you feel like it, yeah.
You know what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
you don't want to.
Because, we sing with Venus Lily, we got to be, if you like what you're drinking, and I do that just to do it every now and then. But DJing, I feel like because I be dancing, maybe, I feel like it's like how I try to get away with it. So I just keep looking up and looking at people like, hey.
Yeah.
It works.
So that way I won't have to grab the mic. 'Cause I
It
don't
sucks
like to do
whenever
it.
though, like the bartender comes and talks to you, or if there's people serving food and they're like, because they like, it helps them out when you do like MC and like you know what I'm saying, like persuade people like to tip and all that type shit.
I like that
man.
They have
kind.
guilted me, like literally, they have guilted me into like MCing because it's like,
MCing a little
oh,
bit
like if
more.
I can affect your pockets like by me doing this, then all
I
right.
feel that.
I don't mind that kind, like what you're saying. I don't mind that kind. That's the only kind I'll do.
It's got to
But
be
I don't like the
appropriate,
kind
though, you
where
know
it's
what I mean?
like,
You gotta be,
hey, who's shaking ass? We up in this bitch. Where y'all at? Shout out to the hottest
It's
niggas in the
Louisiana
bitches.
people. Because over there, yes, if you DJ, you gotta like MC too, cause like that bounce music, like you
Yeah.
gotta be like
That Nola
on
bounce,
their ass,
yeah.
like telling them all the different moves and that you gotta be on them.
They be going hard.
And I think
too.
they brought that over here, and so like now it's like a big like I guess that makes sense. Like
Mm-hmm.
people like that more.
We ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
the song comes on.
Let
It's
the
like
music
boom,
speak for itself.
like the you barely you probably in a 3-minute song only gonna get 30 good seconds.
Yeah.
Because the whole time it's like shaking that. Oh, I see you over there. What's the problem? You don't want to dance with her? Oh, she looking crazy. Like they just be cutting the song off too. Like I be hating that. Play the shit.
Yeah, that's the worst is when you don't at least allow the music to be played in the background. No, you cut that whole thing off and you're talking and then you bring it back in. And then you cut it all off. It's like,
yeah.
You like damn.
you don't leave the
we don't
song.
wanna go. Yeah.
If you don't
If
leave
you
the
don't
song,
leave,
though.
then-
Although the
There's
magic of like
song.
cutting the beat and saying like 2 words and then cutting it back on.
Yeah.
Like that shit. I
If you
love
could do
doing
it,
that.
if you could do it appropriately,
Yeah.
it's when you're doing it over.
They ain't even thinking
Like
about
last
it.
night
Like
when I did
5
that, when I
times
did
in a row.
shout out to all the birthdays, and I
Yeah,
cut it
and
back
then you-
on.
that's
Everybody was like,
perfect.
everybody
But you
was
weren't like-
nuts in there.
Who's having a birthday?
Nah,
Cuts it back on.
nah.
How y'all feeling about it? Cuts it back on. You know,
I
what mean?
see
It's
none of
like,
y'all answer my
bruh,
question, so
Keep the damn song on.
I turned it back down again because none of you guys were answering my questions. I say, how the fuck y'all feeling? We feel like murder.
That's why I don't like MCing either, because I have this thing. I don't like talking in big crowds.
Yeah.
And I realize one of the reasons I don't is because like I want, if I talk, I want the attention of everybody that I'm speaking to. So I
You'll
can't
focus on the ones that aren't.
I can't stand when people ain't listening to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, but then I don't want to be like teacher mode. Like, hey, listen up over here. I'm speaking. Hey, do you hear
I'm
me?
talking, and I would like if you puny things would
I'm
look
not cutting this music
my
back on so
way.
everybody's paying
Over
attention.
here. Over here.
You, girl, that's twerking.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
twerking. I'm
But when
talking
I-
right
when
now.
you MC, you just got to get used to like half the people ain't gonna be fucking paying attention to what you're saying. Like, so you just got to just like
Just got to say some generic
just
stuff.
say whatever, and then and then whatever.
The birthday
who
was
heard
perfect.
It.
The birthday mention was because there's several birthdays in the house. That's
Right.
why it works so perfect.
Sometimes, if you're at a venue where you already like where you go regularly, like Fresh Oranges, I feel comfortable sometimes being like, "Oh, I see some of y'all didn't listen to what I'm saying." They'll be like, "Oh shit, sorry." Like,
Or when they
but-
over
but if it's
relate
like
it
a
to
new
whatever
place,
song
you're
lyric
like,
just
"Oh."
drops. That's where it's overpriced. You know, like
What?
Eat the booty like groceries. Oh shit, who's getting groceries after this? Puts it back on. It's like, what the fuck? Come on,
Oh,
man.
shit. Who's getting
So, what the?
Who's getting ate tonight? Okay.
No.
Gotta eat the booty
the
like
worst.
grocery. Who's getting groceries tonight?
It's intolerable, man. It's like, come on, bro. Just let the song play.
Like, he better not do it. Who's getting fucked? He did it.
One of my best reactions to do is when I play Then Leave by Beat King, and he goes, if you keep your pussy clean, then scream.
Yes.
And then like it gives him but it sucks when only like one girl in the whole place goes, ah.
I swear.
And then I just want to be like, damn, ain't none of y'all bitches clean. Like, like
Nasty.
No,
hoes.
because so the other night when you played it on Saturday, I was like, this is the first time ever that I hear a bunch of people going because every time he plays it, I'm like screaming like and I'm looking around
I
like
don't know if anybody heard me say, damn, that's a lot of clean pussy.
yeah, we did. We all started laughing. You was doing a great job with the seeing
was
that
good.
night. You was doing good.
It's an appropriate amount of MCing. See,
Yeah.
It wasn't an overkill.
Yeah,
that's,
it
that's
was
the thing
good.
that I don't like. You know, it's when
And it
it's
was
an
the first
overkill, it's
time
like,
ever like that a whole bunch of girls, like literally everybody at the table was like, I was like, finally. I knew we was friends for a reason.
They've had to
We're
adjust
all
over
clean.
there. The DJ that used to have my gig regularly, he was like an MC and type of DJ, so he was like always
Cutting
on the
in and
mic.
out of the
Yeah,
mic,
yeah.
yeah.
He was on that Louisiana stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I started taking over, like they really were like expecting me to DJ, and they would always come to me like, actually a couple people come to me like they said that it seemed like I didn't like anybody because I don't really talk on the mic, and I always had to like tell them like, no, I'm like, I
You just
like,
grab the mic every day. I love y'all.
I was just like, I'm here to play music. I'm
Like,
That's
somebody told me, y'all think I like y'all? I love y'all. Doesn't talk for the rest of the time. Okay. I told y'all I love y'all. What's the problem? What's the
But
problem?
it's just
over
weird.
there?
That was weird. I had to like take that into account. Like, oh, that's weird. Like, but no, I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cool here. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you nervous?
the MCN,
Like, okay, that. But like when you first started DJing there, like maybe, because you don't know what to expect for real.
I was more. Obviously, I was only ever concerned about the music. So the only thing I ever would get nervous about was not knowing the music well enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not from here. So I feel like as far as like being in touch with like what the city likes, like I'm behind on and I'm trying to catch up. And so I was just nervous about not knowing music well enough, like you know what I'm saying, to be able to please everybody. You know, and like with the type of gig it is, it's not the type of gig where I can go play selection all night and then I'm gonna get to a DJ there
Yeah.
every week. No, it's gonna be like, okay, nah, we ain't doing that here.
Yeah.
So it's like I really had to just like listen to what people wanted and just learn it and give myself time to learn the music.
Of course.
That's all I was worried about. So fuck all that other shit they was talking about with MCing. Like, no,
Yeah.
y'all ain't paying. Like you said, you ain't paying me to MC. So
That's just like a lot out of you.
That,
Like it should just be because like I said, the only thing I don't have no problem with is what he was talking about, like announcing the food or being like, "Hey, we got $2 shots." But after a while, it's like y'all need to do a good job about making sure people know you got food.
yeah, y'all got
Because
social
I ain't
media.
cooking. I'm trying to do this music right now. You know, if you want people to know your food,
Yeah, and then
get
that's
some
the thing,
signs.
You know, it interrupts you from
Bring in
your-
some
from
shit,
your
tape some
personal
shit on the
vibe. You know,
window,
you
something.
feel that music that you're DJing. You know, you get that vibe going. You know what song you want to play next, but then you got to like pay attention to something else, and then it's like throwing you off your
Yeah,
own thing.
Right.
Like,
I've definitely fucked up and not had another song ready and been like, all right, make sure y'all shots and the song ends and I'm like, fuck, and I just started back over
Yep.
from the beginning and loop the first half of it because it's like straight instrumental.
yep.
And I'm
but
like,
if you're talking,
ooh.
that's easy to play off.
Yeah.
Because it seems
Yeah.
like you stop the music on purpose.
Still, it's one of those,
Y'all
one of those
ain't
things.
listening.
Like,
You know, I'm
you gotta
learn-
pay us extra for it.
I'm still learning like the art of not playing music and then playing music again, like because sometimes like that, instead of doing like a transition, stopping the music altogether and then coming in with the
Bringing
next
in with the
thing
new
is like a
one.
thing that
Oh,
I don't really
sh-
like tap into.
It's one of those
Oh.
things. Like, I mean, I'll do it when I have to like bounce from like a track that's maybe I'm in the BPMs of like 78, but
Oh,
then I have
okay,
to
yeah.
bounce up
It's,
to
like, way
like
different.
123. You know, I
Gotcha.
know how to cut it off, but we use certain like effects to where it's a smoother sounding transition. You take that low end out, you bring in the high end,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
just kind of like use that filter, and then just slam it out, bring out the next one. You know, and it's kind of I mean, like it takes time to kind of like fully get it down, but after a while you keep practicing it, you end up getting it. You know what I mean? And you perfect it where it's like, oh shit, you do it smooth enough. It's like they almost like coincide with each other, and it just like takes off like perfectly.
That's funny. Like the style like that, like just completely stopping. I will only come. It's kind of like combination between y'all's. I will only stop if I feel like it's hard for me to switch from the other
From one track
thing.
to another.
But if I start
That's not the time to
MCing,
do it though.
but I won't stop like a whole lot. But if I do, if I think it's gonna be too long of a silence, then I'll say something. But for the most part, that's when I'm playing the song all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's at the very end of this song and I've already tried in my headphones to see if it'll go together, and I'm like, hell no, that's
Or you
gonna
just
fuck
bring
them
in
up.
The next one.
Yeah, so then I'll just like wait till that one kind of fades out, and I'll hit the boom, 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 something like
Yeah.
that with the doom, and I just let it come in.
Nice. Well,
And then I'll just say some shit,
The
or
good
I'll
thing
say
is-
some shit and be like, y'all having a good time doing, but MCing, I'm gonna talk. I'm talking over a song, or at least have it like down on the
the low
what do you
end,
call
the low
that?
filter.
Yeah,
the,
the
high,
filter,
the low and
the
high filter.
filter.
Yeah.
So I
I
probably
broke,
just do
I broke
that a
my
little bit.
low high
Oh
filter
shit, you
knob.
did? Oh man.
Yeah, it's like kind of turning
That's
weird.
the knob.
It's kind of
That's the knob.
yeah, that's an important one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
what I'm
very
really worried
important.
about is one day I'm gonna turn it and then it's gonna be like stuck like on whatever.
Ooh,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
then that
stuck-
channel's just
stuck
gonna
with-
be.
the
You only got a
channel.
2 channel.
Yeah, I
oh
only got a
man.
2-channel.
Okay.
On Serato though, it doesn't let you won't be able to just click it just in case your buttons messed
Probably.
up. Okay.
Probably. Most
Cause I was
definitely.
like, damn, that was
Sure you're gonna have
that would suck if you was just like stuck
But
there.
I'm getting a new deck.
Nice.
If it weren't for this plumbing shit, I would have it. But
Yeah.
I guess I had to pay for a plumber.
That would make sense.
So
Makes
this
sense.
nigga taking all my money. But I need him though, so I need
Yeah.
you, Larry.
I was like, no, he isn't.
yeah. And, he gonna
And
hook
he's
me up,
better
so-
than Jerry.
Yeah.
Done it
Man,
again.
Should I bring up our people? I be trying
Oh,
to.
our people.
So
Okay, I was like,
I had this thing of like trying to give black
like-
people a chance. Especially people that do their own things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all about entrepreneurship
Okay.
and within my community. So I try
man,
to
I
do
hope
that.
this is going
But
somewhere. I hope that.
sometimes my people make it hard for me to work with them.
All right.
And they be so mad when you don't, but it's like, man, when I give you a chance, you're just not
the bag,
professional.
yeah.
You just
Yeah,
try to fuck
sleeping
me over. Like, you
in.
know what I'm saying? Like,
that.
and then I'd be extra mad. It's just like, why you trying to fuck over the person that's trying to give you a chance?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can see the frustration. I can see the
I can see the frustration. I can
Oh, yeah.
feel the energy.
Feel it. I can feel it. Yeah.
So-
It's frustrating. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, it's like that with anybody. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have homies that are supposed to be homies that like, you know, we should all be helping each other out. Maybe you give them those opportunities, but then like on the receiving end, like you don't get shit back. You know what I
This
mean?
is one of those times where like where I would love to fight against the stereotype, but when it comes to certain like things, and I think like certain types of jobs and work and tasks is really very stereotypical. Like if you want certain things done, you go to this race for that. And how I hate that it's like that, and that I want it to be another way, but I swear it's almost always true. I
I
swear.
mean, man.
Yeah.
What would I be able to even comment on that? You know, because I mean, I feel like that's a frustration that
it's
you've
like,
been
yeah.
you've been dealing with. You've been holding that one in for a little bit. So you've been
It's one of those things because I think like
Is that what I
with
even
race and the way the way America is right now, it's like such a touchy subject, and most people want to be like, oh, you're racist if you think this or that, and it's like, no, some things is just how like it's culturally like how things are.
I'm laughing
It
because
has nothing to do with me.
I'm laughing because I said this and then he called me racist.
I was joking.
That's why I'm
That was a
laughing.
joke. It's a joke.
I'm like, oh yeah, funny, isn't it? Because I could have sworn that was the concept.
you try to help each other, you know, based upon race. Like for us, you know, we're very we're very persuaded with like within our own Latin community, and you know sometimes we don't get the recognition from certain homies that, you know, it's like, yo man, we're in the same lane, like why don't you give us some opportunities, you know what I mean, like why don't you help us out, like
Right.
I'm over here playing your music in the club and stuff, but like you
Right.
can't even, you know what I mean, like it's weird.
Can't
you
even
know?
show up to
yeah,
hear
you know
it.
what I mean? Like I know you're
Yeah.
having events and stuff. Like you can't throw me the invite. Like you know what I mean?
Or,
Like,
like, put you
you
on
need
the-
somebody
on
to
the-
like put on a Benedeo like right after you.
Black
like,
people and Latinos, that's a weird dynamic we have with each
true,
other.
yeah.
I don't know why
It's
it's so.
Like what? With each other or like with their each others?
within probably the
I was like-
confines of-
That was good. I know.
Ideally, we should probably see each other closer as like brothers rather than just like separate like races and like that.
True.
Oh,
But we really do like it's almost like we like separate each other like just as much as like us from white people. It's almost like it's us and like us, but it's not as bad. But it's
It's
still
not as bad, but it is. I mean, Mexicans within their own. I mean, man, I know so many Mexicans who, you know, they voted for Trump, man. Like,
Yeah.
like y'all know he hates y'all, right? Like this man doesn't want to see y'all succeed, but y'all are voting for this man.
What's funny is like how I grew up. Like if you was a minority, we was like we're all in this shit together, type
Right.
shit. You know, even though everybody been through their own different struggles as their own minority.
Even the
But
Asians were like that.
Yeah, and like I said, how I grew up, yeah, like in Alabama, it was like it's like if you a minority, you that, but if you white, it's like
You that.
you're white. Yeah. So like literally like it would be to a point where if you see a white person, Hispanic person, if they talking shit to this Hispanic person, they're not gonna be like, why you talking to that white girl? They're gonna be like, don't be talking to her like that. You know, little whatever, she cool. You know, and it was like that with Asians, Hispanic, like in Alabama. And then when I came here, I saw a lot of interracial, like, you know, black and Hispanic like couples like that. And so I just looked at Hispanic people like they was us. You know what I'm saying? I never thought about. I just always feel like we always related regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because there's some type of struggle within their
Yeah.
community. So I feel like the struggle is what united everybody together.
That's true. That's
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
struggle is what unites people.
true.
I was tiptoeing around it earlier, but basically a Hispanic plumber came over here and the motherfucker was cool as shit and he gonna get the job done. And it's like, God damn, I knew that was my natural instinct from the beginning was to find somebody Hispanic because I knew that they was gonna fucking take care of me and not try to fuck me over. That's what I was tiptoeing around earlier.
I know, and
We're
it's
good at
kind of hard.
plumbing.
'Cause I-
We're good at plumbing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've solved a couple like toilet issues like from like.
and I
even
feel
at my
like saying
job,
what
even
I.
at my job.
He's like, I'm not gonna lie. Now that you guys mention it,
figured
I
out.
do
I'm like,
remember
I
a
don't
couple
even know how to plumb,
toilets.
but I was like, I took a paper clip. I got the little chain. I like hooked it in the thing. Next thing you know, it's flushing correctly. So it's like
I've done that. Am
know
I
what
am
I
I
mean? I'm like,
Hispanic now?
damn, you know what I
Does
mean?
that make me Hispanic?
I don't know anything about plumbing, but I fixed it. Like,
Like, but
Like,
that water filling up.
Like you grew up like around like your dad. Your dad probably taught you
no,
some
not
stuff
at all.
growing
Actually,
up, no?
I didn't have my dad in the
Oh,
picture
we're
at
all-
all.
At all?
At all. Yeah.
Where's it?
I don't
We
have
all
it.
of us. Let's do it.
Right
We're all
yeah,
together
I
in
used to have
this.
a button for this.
We
but I don't
all
have it.
are.
No, yeah, I grew
Together in
up strictly with my mom and my brother, and my grandfather was there for a bit. He passed away when I was a teenager from cancer. You know, R.I.P. to him. But yeah, you know, and even growing up with him, you know, he only spoke Spanish, so like the lessons that I got with him, I understood them, but I wasn't able to like fully communicate with him like when I was younger, because Spanish was actually one of my first languages, so it was very easy to communicate with my grandparents with it. But then, like, as I got older, schools wanted you to, you know, speak English. And I started out school when I was, like, young. Like, I think, like, fucking 5, 6, I guess, 7. I don't know. I was young as shit. I just remember being young and scared, and I was like, where the hell am I right now? Like,
That's what time we start school, on it.
and it was like
5.
a bunch of, like, kids, and I was freaking out.
I was like, young.
I don't want to
6,
be here.
7.
Why am I not at my grandparents' house? I was like, where am
wow.
I? But, yeah, I hated it. I hated school since I was a young kid. I
I'm not
hated
gonna
it.
let you pass.
That's such
I'm
a
not
that's cool that you had such a like that you remember that rational thought, because that actually is like a really rational
It
thought.
really
like,
is.
When the first time you go to
Okay.
school, be like,
I hated
what the fuck
it.
is going on?
I
Like,
really
Okay,
hated it. Like
okay,
I threw
okay.
whole ass tantrums. Like and it was like that for like straight up like a month.
Lie about that.
Are you, what is happening?
I'm laughing because
like I feel like this is a
I
whole
thought
other
David,
conversation.
I thought David, I'm not finna let you slide, and y'all were like, yeah, we're sliding, and it just kept going because he was like young, like 5, 6, 7, and I was like the age that we all start, like 5. I
don't know. I felt
when
like
you
I was
start
young
saying
as shit,
6, 7,
There wasn't a lot of us. There was like maybe like 12, 13 kids. I don't know, but
Right. More kids you ever seen at one
Yeah,
time.
I
in
I
your
was
was
just
life.
like,
laughing
what
because
in
he was
the
like
hell?
6, 7. I was like, wait a minute, this is getting older. What the fuck? And it was just funny. I was like, I'm not gonna let
But
you
even
pass.
then,
And y'all just kept
I
going.
remember,
I was like, oh, okay.
I remember going to like this little daycare that was at the Catholic school with like some nuns and stuff, and like my
shit.
grandpa used to pick me up from there, and I don't even know what age I
he was
was. Like
probably
I
like
was
4.
young
Maybe
as
like
hell though.
4 then,
4,
because
3,
like before
yeah.
school.
Yeah.
I went to
It was
school,
before
private
school
school when
Yeah,
I was
I
like
went to
3 and
daycare,
4.
definitely preschool or whatever.
All that shit kind of freaked me out. I didn't really like it. So
I went
I've
to, like,
never been
a-
a indoor classroom.
think it was
person.
kinda
The subject had to
something
really
like that.
interest me for me to like stick around and like fully pay attention to it. Even when it came to like anything, honestly, anything like you got to really interest me to like stick around for it.
Like anything when it came to
But I'm good with my hands. That's the thing.
Anything.
Like I'll learn things
you can
quick
box?
when it. Oh no, not like boxing.
no, he's good with his hands.
no.
I meant
The
working
coordination,
wise, like,
nah.
I mean, you give me something to do.
Yeah.
You show me how to do it once. Like I'll be able to replicate what you're doing and like
Yeah.
start perfecting it in my own way. But
You think it has something to do with your blood, the Hispanic in you?
Oh,
I don't know,
Jesus.
maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, growing up, you know, my grandfather wasn't a what's it called, a car mechanic, but he was able to like fix his car up in the garage. You know what I mean? Like, I see him do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Cut the lawn. Like he used to, man, he planted so many fruit trees. He had an apple tree. We had a lime tree. We had a peach tree. We had a tangerine tree. We had a grapefruit tree. I mean, this man planted so many things, and they worked. They grew success. He had a rose bush, beautiful rose bush, which was the craziest thing because when he passed away, within like less than a year, that rose bush passed away. Like,
Yeah, damn.
withered and died. It was the weirdest, and we all said like it had to have been him because he was the one who planted it. Like, but he passed away, and then that thing just died off.
Yeah.
Did he ever have to like give maintenance to it, or once he planted it, he
I mean,
never had
when
to
he was
do?
in his older ages, like he stopped doing any kind of maintenance, but it thrived. I don't know what it was about it. And then as soon as he
Dang.
passed away, that thing literally like shriveled up and died, like
Yeah.
gone. Like, and my grandma just had
Oh.
it because it was just twigs. Like it
Yeah.
never like blossomed or anything. It was the weirdest thing, but we all like knew it. Like we were like, what the hell?
I just
is
thought about
happening?
something very profound that you made me realize just now. From the time you're born, you basically spend your entire life trying to figure out the things that you can do with like your hands and your mind.
True.
So like when you're a kid, like it's really important like to see what like the people that are around you and see whatever they're doing. Like that's basically you're looking at it and like seeing like, oh, I could do like so.
Something
You know what I'm
with
saying?
their
Like you're
hands,
seeing
yeah.
what they're doing with their body. That's basically what you're learning as a kid. Like it's
Yeah.
just seeing how to fucking do it. Like. You know what I'm saying? Because like, from the time you're a kid, you like learn trying to figure out how to fucking even just to move. You know what I'm saying? And once you figure that shit out, like, oh, I can move now.
Yeah.
Okay, like how do I
Use
get
your
over there
legs.
now? Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So you
Exactly.
start
How do I get
figure out
over
how to
there
Get the fuck
now?
over there, like right?
Spend those.
How do I
those
go?
free
How do I
times
get
just-
there?
Damn, I want to
Trying to
hold
run.
that. How do I fucking hold something? Like
Yeah.
you know, all that shit.
Get all that strength. You know, you
How do
start
I
getting that
get over
memorization
there?
as a kid too. You know what I mean? You start doing it well enough, and I mean, yeah, like I said, growing up too, I just like doing things with my hand. I love Legos, building shit. You know what I mean? I put random.
I was
stuff
on the
together.
Connects.
Connects.
I was on Connects
Nice.
heavy.
Nice. I always like those
Connects.
tracks too. The Hot Wheels tracks. You put those, you like switch them up and
yeah.
make the car go in a circle. And I was like, man, it's the coolest thing ever. I was
See, when we was kids, there was Legos,
Uh.
but then Connects was like the next level because they started putting like motors and shit like with the kits, and so now it was like
You
shit
can
that
make
can
it go.
move
Yeah,
and
you
like
can
go
make it
things,
go.
and then Lego bit off of that and started
Yeah.
doing it too.
Yep.
But Connects was like the first little building block shits where
But I loved it. I'd follow the instructions
Shout out
too.
to
I'd be looking
Connects.
at the instructions. I'd be putting the whole Lego set
heard.
together and everything, and then I would take them apart and make something else out of those pieces myself.
yeah.
Like that was just something
We
I
should
could
name
think
this
of.
Connect
I remember I
Connects.
recreated like a whole boat from Jaws
because it
like,
makes sense.
from just
You know, like
different
when you
Lego
like,
pieces.
let me call my Connect, and it's like Connect.
Corpus Connects.
Okay,
No, I don't know.
sounds good.
So yeah, maybe. And so we'll put that one on the back burner.
I saw Lakita's mind was like,
It's like, I was like,
I'm gonna make another drink. Does anybody need anything to drink? Should we take a shot or anything?
Man, you know, I'm actually I'm good with some more drink. I don't. What do y'all got to drink?
what the fuck?
So what do y'all
are
got to
you
drink?
talking about?
What do y'all got to drink? I'm running low on my tea. That's why I was like,
I need
got
some
tea,
more.
you got juice.
We got
Oh, you want like
some,
no? You don't want no alcohol.
Yeah, no.
You just trying to
yeah.
chill.
we got some
Oh, we got some lemonade. We got
I'll take some
orange
lemonade.
juice. We got
You know what?
raspberry
Lemonade sounds
lemonade. He don't want no
refreshing.
drink.
After some tea,
yeah.
make like an
It's
Arnold Palmer
strawberry
in my
lemonade.
stomach.
It's strawberry lemonade
It's highway vodka. I was hoping.
Highway vodka. Ooh.
made with hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds. Oof.
It's pretty good.
It's vodka.
Oh, that's nasty. You don't like vodka?
Oh man, I haven't liked vodka since I was probably like
What happened? Tell me what
17,
happened.
18.
Oh
Tell me
yeah,
what
what's the
happened.
story?
Oh,
what
it was
you need
spring
me
break.
to do?
Spring break. You know that. You know how that
Spring break.
goes.
What you want?
Made those dangerous juices, you know, and then yeah, it just ooh.
Yes, please.
Just trying to get the order out.
So tell me about spring break.
Yeah, man, spring break, man, it was wild. Corpus and spring breaks get
I
wild
bet.
because
Oh,
we
I
got
bet.
the,
Oh,
we
I
got the
bet.
beach over there. You know what I mean? So it was like that was the thing back in the high school days.
Everybody comes there, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, not only for myself. Like when I was young, I always had to go with my brother. So when he was in high school, you know, my mom made me like tag along with him.
Gotcha.
And like I actually loved it. You know, I got to see a lot of things I shouldn't probably experience at that age. But
Yeah,
I
that's
got
crazy.
To,
Yeah,
I got to
feel like
experience it.
I
so-
feel like I'm not gonna let my younger child go with the older. The older one plays and be like, nah.
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, no, it was one of those things that I appreciated, you know, and it felt cool, you know what I mean, to hang out with all the older kids. And like the cool thing with the community that we lived in was everybody kind of like you went to school with somebody. Like if my brother went to school with the older ones, I went to school with their younger siblings.
Gotcha.
So we all kind of still stay connected. And I mean, we all had a big like football thing. So every Friday night was like Friday night lights. Everybody's
dope.
going to the football field, like go to the football stadium, check out the football.
That's how
team
my
at
hometown.
night.
That's how my hometown is.
It was
yeah.
real. It was real close community like that. And then you know weekends were to kick it. You know,
But
chill.
that was a community within a city, right?
yeah. Exactly.
So like your community was probably the size of my whole city.
oh,
Like
damn,
so like
really?
the whole town was like so it was like that, but there was only one high school, only
wow.
one middle school. Everybody went to the same school.
oh shit, damn.
Like in that
Okay,
town,
so
if you
that's
lived
a
in that
small-
town, yeah,
that's a small town.
everybody went to the same schools. Like
Wow.
there was only 2 grocery stores. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Well, that's how a lot of us knew one another was because, like I said, I stayed within that community, graduated through that exact same school, and I never switched up. So I knew everybody who was new coming in, or I went to school with them since I was a young kid, and we all saw each other grow up type situation. So what's funny is
or
it's,
not grow up.
or not grow up. Like, what's funny is it's our 10-year anniversary or reunion, 10-year reunion this year from high school.
Oh, wow.
And I actually have to DJ it.
Nice.
I was like, dang, I got to DJ my 10-year reunion.
That's awesome.
I was like,
pretty
man, it's gonna be at Buzz too.
That would have been the only way I would have went to my 10-year reunion.
Yeah, I was like, and they're gonna pay me
gonna go to
good for it.
mine?
So
You
I
gonna
was
go with
like,
me to
oh,
mine?
okay, I'll do it.
You gonna go with me to mine? Hell, you're not gonna go.
To your 10-year reunion? It's not passed yet?
It did. It was
The thing
pandemic.
with us is it's
Oh, okay.
we were a
Like
party.
my 10-year reunion
We were a
was
party
fucking
group.
It's
late.
not passed yet. It just
More than 10
passed
years
last
ago.
year.
Our school, our like school year that we graduated, we were just such partiers. Like we threw some of the crazy. I mean, it was constantly raided by cops. We were youngins. We were youngins getting raided by
Constantly
cops.
worried
Like,
about
it was
cops.
ridiculous.
Constantly.
Like, and they knew at one point. They knew where the party place was at. Like they'd already be waiting sometimes at the street. Like so, we had to go to the backup spot. Like, yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But I mean, like we had a very enjoyable time like within our youth. You know, we did a lot of shit. So it was fun. It was fun, but I'm actually very excited to do that. You know what I mean?
Hell
See
yeah.
everybody 10 years later and see
Yeah.
where everybody's at, and like also for them to see where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like I think that's kind of
Hell
the
yeah.
whole thing about it.
I think this one, the Houston, like my school out here, our reunion is supposed to be in October because it was supposed to be last year.
That's what mine is. Yeah.
But I said I feel like everybody that since we actually used to hang out with the class from last year, I feel like we should do something with those guys. Cause I swear my class was lame. I swear on
Yeah.
everything. I know they was lame. I remember it. Like we'd be at the pet
Does that
rallies. They'd be like,
include you?
class of 10, never.
So your class is lame except you.
Yeah, I wasn't from here, so they created the class from freshman year. I came in. I could only influence a little bit. I have enough time to really put the key to touch on there.
I see.
When I was in the pet rallies, they be like, class of 10. Everybody like, woo. Class of 11. Yeah, yeah, baby, 11. And I'm like, oh, my God, I want to be over there. So I feel like it'd be more lit if they got us together, but
What kind of CBD
they
is
ain't
this?
asked us to.
You know, I couldn't tell you, but I got it
You
from
don't
a
remember?
family
Okay.
member that lives here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
And he hooked it up. He hooked it
Very
up.
common, good for the joints. I hear.
It's it is. It is.
I
is joint
hear,
biscuit.
I've heard. But
Little birdie
then,
told me.
but they ain't even, they know how, like our school, they know me and Jonathan, they know that we both do music and stuff.
Yeah.
And nobody's trying to, it's some lame ass
Yeah.
people that's like getting it together. I'm sorry, I don't really know who y'all are. I just remember being a part of the reunion group on Facebook and I was like, how did they find me? And I'm like, what are we doing? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, you know, if y'all really know your class, there's a lot of people in our class that's really doing shit right now with music. Like me and Jonathan literally do Fresh Oranges. We could literally be like, hey, we have a band there. We could have whatever they want, and nobody's reaching out to us. But then we got reached out to for a school that I don't even go to DJ for their reunion in
their
October. And I'm like, I don't even go there.
Man.
Yeah, I can't even go back to my hometown or my school because I feel like I have a really huge responsibility on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Like I'm the only black kid in my entire school,
Oof. Wow.
so I feel like
The entire school.
the entire school. So I feel like going back, it's like I really got to like just make sure that they know. You know what I'm saying? I got to be an example, like to any other like African American kids that go run through there. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? Like
He like, remember I was the nigga, now I'm that nigga. Oh, that's what you gonna go back and say?
I already got
Mic
records.
drop.
I already got records in the school. You know what I'm saying? That'll stand the test of time. But
What you did over there? Tell us. Don't just
Man.
breeze by it. Y'all just a breeze
not
by.
on, like sports shit, but like on music shit and like other shit like that. I was definitely I excelled at all of that. So
Excelled, ladies and gentlemen.
they was when I was in middle school, they had to ship me to the high school to be in the band because I was just progressing too quickly, like for the middle school, and the band teacher would like they were so cool. They was just like, damn, it's like I don't even like it's like an insult to even have you over here fucking learning this
Wow.
this shit because you just so they would
You go, yeah.
literally
You
I would
gotta-
I would take the short bus to the high school,
No
like
shit.
like you know what I'm saying. I would take the special needs bus, but like on some other type of special needs, like you know what I'm saying, because I'm too advanced, like you know what I'm saying, like that type of special needs.
It's like the second time
No,
the
I think
special
that's- I
needs
think-
bus has been
I
brought
just
up on
feel
the
like that's
podcast.
amazing. I was taking a bus that they normally put slow children in,
Yes.
but for the opposite reason.
For the opposite reason.
He's like,
You know what
I
I'm
just imagine you getting on the bus like, this is ironic. And I'm like,
Myself, I thought it
what?
was dope. I would get on the bus by myself. I was the
Choose
only
whatever seat
only
you
only
wanted.
kid in the whole middle school that just get to go to the fucking high school.
You know
Go
what?
be around a bunch of high school kids for a whole
Just
period.
play
That would be better if
And
they
they all
treated.
love, like they wouldn't fuck with me because I was the middle school kid over there. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's like
cool.
everybody would just be like, "Damn, what the fuck's this kid doing over
Probably had
there?"
respect for you because you're so well advanced.
And then then I got to high school and that
feel
went
like
away
they could
instantly.
flip that. I feel like they could flip that title around, like special needs. That could be the title too. People really look at it.
I don't know.
I'm just saying things. I hope that
I don't
I've
know.
said three. I think at least three. Hopefully at least two
I
or
heard
three times.
Kleenex and then I just heard this with
Kleenex. Who said that?
Connects, my bad. Connects.
Connects.
Kleenex.
Connects. Breeze by, because we were talking about breeze something. Or be breezy, some shit. And then whatever the fuck I just said.
Mm.
What did I just say?
Special needs.
Special needs.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool if they would flip that. I was like, what the fuck did I say? CBD. Gets fair every time. She, like if y'all flipped it around, but now my joke's lame because I've already taken too long. So maybe I was included in the lame people in the 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. But I wasn't. Definitely wasn't lame in high school. I was super skinny.
I was super lame in high school.
Really?
I was mad. I was I was not cool at all.
Really? Wow.
Nah.
It's hard to believe.
I don't think I was cool either, though. I just feel like
I mean, I wasn't
lame.
like I was only popular because I was the only black kid, but I wasn't like popular because I was like the cool kid. I was popular just because it's like, oh shit, they go to black kid, like, so, like you know what I'm saying. So of course everybody knew who the fuck I was, and it was like a small school, so everybody really just knew everybody. Honestly, you know, even the most unpopular person, everybody knew who the fuck that was. Like,
That's unpopular,
and then
Jim.
but there's, I guess that's like an oxymoron because even if like
Yeah.
you're the most unpopular person, you're
You're
popular for being like the most
unpopular.
unpopular person. So by default, you might be one of the most popular
true.
persons.
Makes
Like,
sense.
what the fuck?
He's so
you know who's popular
unpopular.
for being
Hey,
unpopular?
That guy. He's all at
He's
least
so unpopular. I don't even
unpopular.
know his name.
Yeah, we had this kid. His name is
is
Scott
that
Scott Emberty.
Stop. Who?
Scott Emberty, and he's like the stereotypical like nerd that you could think of, like the glasses, the talk like this,
Urkel.
the
Ooh.
talk.
It's like the Steve Urkel of.
He was smart, I guess. He wasn't. He was by no means the smartest kid in the whole
Nah,
school.
You wouldn't label it intelligent.
But he would
He said
act
that
like
by
he was.
government
He
name.
would act like you
So
was.
he was
Oh,
annoying for that
shit.
reason. Scott, shout out to you because you're actually cool. But you used to act like you was the smartest nigga in the whole school when you weren't even in the top 10.
Damn. Come on, man.
Scott, if you're watching the podcast,
on,
put this in the
man.
comments. Tell the nigga how you really feel. I hope you're.
Apparently, Scotty doesn't know.
How about no, Scott?
What happened?
What happened? What?
That was it?
Oh yeah, I just had to say a quick thing
Oh,
about Scott.
no. This has been.
don't
This
wanna-
is
I
Tidbits
don't want to get
brought
too
to
much
you.
energy about Scott. Like,
Little tidbits.
I was like, wait, I thought you were. Okay.
yeah, but there is that. So that's weird how that's like a thing. Like there's for sure people that embrace like that stereotype of like being a nerd, and then they'll like really just go into it, like and just.
I was
I'm this.
thick back in high school. That was the thing about me.
You were thick.
He said I was.
I was thick. I was thick, like thick. I was a thick boy back then. But I mean, I wouldn't say I was like popular, but I knew everybody, and like I partied with everybody.
Party.
They
So you went
invited
to-
me.
you went to parties.
Yeah, they
Hey.
invited me to the parties. You know what I mean? Like, so it was.
That's a big difference.
And everybody liked hanging
Oh,
around
they
me. I wasn't like
did?
a weirdo or like creep or anything. I was usually actually the jokester, the overtalker. Like I make people laugh. Teacher would complain I'd be talking too much, but it's like because I finished my work. You know what I mean? I'm done with my work. Like shit, let me talk. Like gotta stay silent for 40 minutes to hear your ass all day. Now I can't talk for 5 minutes. Like god damn.
Stay silent to hear your ass all day. Damn.
Gotta sit here in every period, shutting the hell up, listening to y'all, and I can't say anything.
Yes, David. Yes, David. You just
It's
sit
like-
here and listen and learn.
It's like, man, no.
Unless I
it's
ask you a
not
question.
No,
gonna
I don't want to do this.
I'm gonna say something.
I gotta say
say
one
What you're
thing.
saying is not even about what we're talking about, David.
The worst was the ones where I knew I couldn't talk, so I just go to sleep, and I still get in trouble for it. I'm like, bro, you don't want to win.
That
I
class-
did your work. I'm saying silent, but you want me awake now? Like,
No, they want you to learn, David.
You don't want to win. You.
I took 3 years of Spanish in high school because I knew Spanish. I knew it was gonna be easy for me.
So stupid.
I didn't want to fucking work hard. I wanted an easy class.
Look, and that's probably the one they wanted you to talk in, and you wasn't talking.
I turned in my work and I would go to sleep. And this man.
That's the one they want you to
That's the
talk
one
in.
class
Man
you're
would
supposed
send me
to
to
be
the office
talking
because
in.
talking.
he'd be like, all right, we'll go right from the dictionary in Spanish. I'm like, why? I know the words.
You're
I don't
¿por
need to do
qué?
this. Go tell Lindsay.
Yo sé
in the
las
corner.
palabras.
She's white. She doesn't know shit.
Damn.
Like,
Fucking Lindsay.
she needs to write from the dictionary. I don't.
Lindsay
I
is
need to take
definitely
a nap.
always right.
I am the dictionary, bitch. Like my.
Well, that's what he would also be pissed about because everybody would come to me. They wouldn't ask him. They'd be like, "Hey, David, does this look right? Did I?" I'd be like,
It's like David, stop
Yeah.
cheating.
I'd be like, switch that word with this one, and then you got it in its correct form.
Lindsay is always a white girl.
David,
or a black guy.
Lindsay.
Or a black guy.
I don't know many
Yes.
people named Lindsay that are black. I honestly don't.
Really?
But that, I
honestly
think I've
don't.
heard.
I know. I know
think
definitely know women,
one.
but if it's a person, it's gonna be a black guy named randomly a black guy named
Wow.
Lindsay.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
I've.
many. I don't
Yeah.
know many on that one. I
He
couldn't.
said, "You don't want to win.
Yeah, want to win.
Now you want me
Man,
awake."
that class right after lunch, I'm definitely
Well,
falling
that's
asleep.
the
Oh,
in.
worst.
I'm
yeah.
definitely falling asleep
And it
in that
was
class.
after lunch.
History
That was the
class right
worst.
after
Spanish
lunch.
was after
Right
lunch
after
too.
lunch.
I took Spanish
I had
4 after
history.
lunch.
Hated it. I hated it.
all my other Spanish classes were like after lunch, but not the one immediately. But Spanish 4, the hardest fucking one, was like right after lunch. And I was
I mean, I
like,
finished all the work. I turned everything. I got an
You
A,
don't wanna win.
99 because I think he didn't want to give me 100. You know, he did it on purpose.
That day he was a little
99,
hoe, and he was holding out on
I
the
got
point.
to Spanish the entire semester, but this man just would not leave me alone. I was like, man, who pissed in your cereal this morning, man? Like, damn.
I don't even eat cereal. It's my oatmeal. It's all pissed.
Yeah. I took a drafting class my senior year.
Ooh.
And this motherfucker, I did the most perfect shit ever. And this motherfucker gave me a 99. And when I asked him why, he told me it's because nobody's perfect.
Straight
And I
up.
never tried in that class the rest of the semester.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And he would
That's the most
ask me,
discouraging.
he asked me why, and I'd be like, man, you told me, like, I was like, I literally tried my hardest, like, to do something, like, get like a perfect score, and it was perfect, and then you didn't give me a perfect score just because, fuck you.
Teachers don't understand. They
guy.
can crush your soul sometimes.
He was an art teacher too,
Ooh.
and I used to, I already hated him because he had to grade art, and I already have a whole thing about that. Like, don't even get me started on like art teachers grading your art.
Let's do it.
It was the worst.
Yeah, like,
how do you grade art?
I had the worst experience with it. Okay, so by nowhere am I an artist. I suck at drawing. You can't even get me for Pictionary, all right? Like, I'm terrible.
Man, we did the color factory. You did it doing that
Terrible.
stick figure.
I was absolutely terrible at drawing, right? My brother was amazing. He was able to draw anything from like freehand, like you just see something, start drawing it.
Yeah.
I was always jealous of it. You know what I mean? Can't do it. I can figure out math problems, but I cannot draw to save my life.
We should have both of y'all there. He's
So-
like, my brother can, but you know what?
So I was working on a watercolor, you know, it was like a Christmas time project that we had to work on. It was like a 2-week project that I've been working on, and it was with watercolor set that you had to do it. So I worked on it. I did the best that I can. I made a little house in the snow with like a tree and a swing set, and there's a snowman. You know what I mean? I made the most generic thing I can think of where it was like at least passable. You know, I did
Yeah.
it. Tried to turn that in, and she just gave me the most discouraging words. She was like, "Did you even work on this?
Oh no!
It looks like a kindergartner did it." And I was all after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks,
You walked in, I'm okay. You walked in there, you said, "Man, teach Kobe."
at that day, I
He's
knew.
all, peep the swing set.
I
Man
knew.
came in his best fit. You know what I'm saying? He
knew.
wore his best outfit that day.
But did you see the swing set? No. That's what
That
he
day,
kept saying.
I knew I was not. I was
Yeah.
not supposed to be an artist. I had no business drawing anything. I was not gonna be an architect. I wasn't gonna be a draftsman. I
Like,
wasn't
where's
gonna be.
Tanisha when I need it?
I was gonna be anything that required me putting a pencil to paper and drawing it out. It wasn't gonna
We
happen.
didn't ask you to draw. We just asked you
Meanwhile,
to write your name.
Basquiat sell for
My
fucking
name.
millions, and all this motherfucker does is doodle on shit. Like what?
Oh
So
man.
bold. So brilliant.
Yeah, art's crazy. That's what my whole thing is like. It's like art is something like the last thing that you should be graded. Like especially how they grade you in school.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
How can
Doesn't
you put
make no sense.
Yeah, how can you put a letter to that?
Yeah. I mean, I know they try to teach you like the tech. You know, you do the little technical stuff in art class or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I even suck.
'Cause
at
I
the,
knew I did some
the
dumb
clay,
shit.
The clay part
Oh,
of
the
art.
clay.
Man,
I love
try to
all of
make
that
a
shit.
try to make a really cool pimp cup.
Yes, me too. Yes. Hey,
Pimp
yes.
cup.
A
Pimp-
chalice.
Pimp cups.
Ah.
Pimp cup.
I even cut out the little diamonds and
That's
everything,
good.
put it on the sides. That thing ended
me
up looking
too.
like an ashtray with like a wine glass stem. It looked
Wait, you actually put jewels
Oh,
on it?
yeah, like-
jewels. I just like made the little indentions, like little
Oh,
diamond
okay,
indentions,
I
and
see.
then made them a different
No, yeah,
color,
I cut
and
out,
then
like-
glazed them. Gave them that
I-
extra
well,
glaze.
I tried to do the like I said. It looked terrible. It looked literally like what
He
I
said,
described.
"I
It
tried
looked like
to
an
make
ashtray.
a
It
pimp."
looked like an ashtray that was like a wine glass stem attached to it. It looked miserable. I was like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hell was I thinking? It looked cool when I finished it. I was like, man, I can't wait for this to dry up in the little kiln. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's so funny.
it's gonna
Like now,
be fire.
thinking back on it, our teachers were probably like, "Why the fuck is this kid making a wine glass? Like, what the fuck is going on at home?
He said, "A
like, what is
pimp
happening
cup."
at home that this kid is making a wine glass when we're supposed to be making a fucking
People are making vases,
vases? What
clay
the fuck?
pots, bowls.
You walk in talking about a pimp
I'm over
juice.
here
Woo!
Yeah,
Come on,
that
let
was
it
definitely
loose.
that era though. Like, you know
It
what I'm saying?
was
Like
when
on
you-
MTV and shit. Like motherfuckers
Yeah.
said that, yes, Lil
Lil
Jon.
Jon.
Can we get some Little John in here? Let me get some Little John in here.
He had the
crack
most
at the
badass,
club.
and he always had it with him.
Yeah.
Ludacris, I think, had it in a couple of his
Yep.
videos. Man, who else? A lot of people. I'm pretty sure Snoop had it.
Everybody always wanted a pimp cup, especially like for your birthday. We be like, I'm trying to. That's really what girls be looking for. Like we be looking for like a nice little cup.
Out here. 50 Cent, he literally walks in
man.
with a cane and a pimp
pimp cup.
child. Yeah, like he's got
But
the
they
whole
just be
thing.
drinking all the time.
Oh man, there's so many good ones. I don't even know which one to
The
play.
pimp just walk in. We're always
Snap Your
ready.
Fingers is always a classic. But I think what was the funniest was us being like little kids and they're playing Yin Yang Twins and Lil Jon.
Oh.
Seriously.
Salt Shaker.
I think I was telling them about this one time. We had this substitute teacher in Alabama named Mr. Sigler. He was so old. He just he couldn't hear, and he was just a lot of shit. So of course everybody took advantage of it. And then we would have this kind of stuff on the TV. Like, cause we had a TV in the classroom,
You
but it
wouldn't
had
hear it or
cable.
what?
No, he would just be like, "Turn that off," and
Make
at
sure it's
some
on
point
low
he
so
would
you
just
too.
sit there. At some point, he just gave up. We'd be watching Salt
let y'all-
Shaker,
oh
all the
my
videos on BET,
God.
like the countdown used to be on in the middle of the day. We just watching all the Yin Yang Twins. That's all that would be on was like Lil
Man,
Jon, Yin
those
Yang
after
Twins.
school like BET, MTV
for sure got the
specials,
chalice.
You know what I mean? Like that's where it was. That's where it was back in the day.
Let me see you
Get
do
out
it.
at 3:00 from school, get home. You knew what was it Rap City?
Oh hell
With
yeah!
Tigger in
No,
the
no,
basement?
TRL. TRL was that.
And
And
then
then
also
you
still
flip
had
back and forth, and then you had
106 in Park,
followed
yeah.
up with
I
it.
didn't get BET at my house.
Ooh.
White household.
Okay, I see.
Is that on purpose?
We had to. You had to. It was something where my cable package. You had to pay extra for something like BET.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I remember
was
like
standard on
young.
ours.
It was standard in the
Middle of
beginning.
nowhere in Colorado.
and-
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
that makes sense.
Yeah. No.
Oh, cause I was like,
Yeah, you got BET with yours.
and I,
Over
I do
there, they're like,
remember-
nah. Like,
you got to pay extra for that.
man,
for that.
they should have gave you.
yeah, how many black people in your town? Nah, we're not putting that in the cable package.
So how many people would really watch?
That would have been honestly. That probably should have been a good idea. They should have put BET in there so they could at least see something.
But it's but all TV is based upon advertisement, so it doesn't.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So
Makes sense.
Yeah, that, and I've worked in that field, the advertising.
do your step. Hey.
As I was like, everybody used to walk around with them big ass t-shirts,
Oh man.
and the way they do,
Man,
they
the big
told.
shirts.
I couldn't
They-
do it.
Me either.
I felt like I looked ridiculous.
Actually, no, I did it. Fuck that. No, I did it.
I
said,
never had one of those
yeah.
Definitely
shirts
had
that went
big
down to
ass-
my knees. I
big
never
ass
had one
FUBU
of them.
shirts.
I was like, okay, FUBU. I had a couple of the jerseys. I had they
Not
even
the
had
FUBU.
snap
They got a
buttons on
pimp,
it.
they got a cup
One of them
for
had
that.
snap buttons. One of them had regular buttons on it. I remember I had two of those jerseys. That I did have, but
Dang.
I did not have the long ass shirts. I
You-
just couldn't do it.
That's when jersey dresses was cute.
Did you used to wear Jinkos?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh no.
I did not.
I'm too old.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Y'all don't know what Jinko jeans are?
Jinko G. Oh, I couldn't. No.
So you know how, like baggy
We have
pants
to
was
wear
like a thing.
uniforms.
Skaters at one point took it to a whole nother level where people was wearing the fucking biggest, most ridiculous jeans you could fucking buy. So the pant legs would be bigger
Wow.
than bell bottoms. Like
Jesus.
they had these ones especially called kangaroos, and they were like the biggest ones where the motherfucking pant legs were just so fucking big for no
Yes.
reason.
Oh Lord.
I've seen skater
Jinko
style.
jeans.
I've seen them,
What?
and they had the little strap down on the
They
bottom
had
of it,
all
right?
types of they put
Yes.
every unnecessary thing you could ever think of in life on these motherfucking jeans.
Like that
Oh.
dude that did that movie in Malibu, Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah, yeah,
Clothes
yeah.
like him, like that Tony Hawk looking baggy ass, Eddie Gordo looking ass.
Yeah, look at
Jeans.
that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Lord. Oh,
that's
no.
when they were like the first ones to start putting patches on jeans
Yeah,
too.
that's
Never
right.
Yes.
Could
Yeah.
never do it.
Oh, the patches are still fly.
Wouldn't-
I was
Oh,
still
nah.
wouldn't see me in them.
I had a
That's why you
girl.
wouldn't
I
see
had
me
a
in 'em.
girl version of those. Like they had flowers on
so
them.
big. Look how fucking big they are. Look at this
Yeah, that's-
fucking
You know,
guy.
your
That's
parents
bad.
like buy you like
That's
the stuff
bad.
with the flowers.
Oh, we had
on
these
it.
rhinos. Oh, if you had the rhinos. Psh, let me show up to school on Monday with some rhinos on, with a fucking big ass rhino patch on my jeans. What?
Good God.
They're all like,
Who thought that was the flyest?
got the
shit?
rhinos, huh?
Shit, we all did.
Rhino.
We all, yeah, we
Rhino.
all. There ain't nobody. But this was around the time my mom was like, "I'm not buying you clothes anymore."
Oh wow. Yeah.
You know, because this is what I wanted, and she was like, "I'm not buying you that."
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to buy my.
So
kid
then I had
that
to start
either.
getting a summer job. So I
Mama,
got.
I want
if
the
my son was to show me
rhinos.
that, I'd be like, ooh. All right. right, you go ahead and work for him.
I'll be like,
That's
all
all you
be
go
like,
ahead and
all
work
right,
for
show
him.
me how you gonna
I'm
style
gonna go
it.
buy you some regular pants.
I'll be like, show me how you gonna style it
That's
first.
crazy. I know.
Or I'll be like,
couldn't do
these,
it.
I can make these. It's gonna be one of them too. Show me how you would style this here
Extremely
pants.
loose-fitting pants. Yeah, I'll make you some.
Or I'll be like, you see them jeans you got in there?
So
You want a
big.
rhino patch?
You saw these? Oh,
That's
you-
what I was. Y'all was
seen on
you was
TV.
too excited about it. I was trying to tell you that I had the girl version of these, but with
Okay,
the
yeah,
flowers on
There
them.
was girl ones too, yeah.
But I don't think there was brand like that brand, but that style. Because
Yeah,
you know
some
they would just be
knockoff.
making a little off-brand, version
Yeah,
of
some
those
knockoff
things.
Jinkos.
I probably had knock off everything on my body, and I wasn't mad about it. My mom and them, they
Remember
was like
lugs? Do y'all remember lugs?
Oh yeah, those I don't remember. Those.
lugs. That
The
kind of
knockoff
like
Timberlands?
Yeah,
all.
remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lugs.
Yes, that's the name of them.
Mhm.
That's the one they said at Walmart, ain't it?
Probably.
Probably, maybe.
Cause you know they got the
Kmart.
off-brand.
You know what I'm saying? Kmart.
Damn, not Kmart. Damn, Kmart.
They don't even
Kmart
got
is
a
serious
Kmart in
state
Las
closing and opening. I swear. Like you be like
Yeah, you can never
Kmart.
tell if they're like done or if they're still in business.
It's just hanging
I thought they were
on by a
done.
thread.
I
Like
thought they were done.
let it go, Kmart. Just let it go. Yeah, my mom and them, they wasn't big on like if I would wanted something like name brand, they wasn't gonna get it. It's just because they were just kind of like trying to teach us, trying to teach us the value of money. And then once my sister came along, the younger sibling always get it. They come along and I was like, what the hell? She would get all this shit. But I probably had a couple things. Like I had a pair of Nikes. I did have a pair of Timberlands, but not the boots. I had like some nice suede like kind of shoes. They was nice too.
Was Doc Martens a thing
No,
for y'all?
no.
No, but are those shoes that's similar to Sperry's?
Sort of. They're like kind of dress shoes, but kind of boots too. Like I don't know how to really explain them,
Oh,
but
yes.
they're kind of like dress. But they always had like this like caramel clear bottom on them that made them like real unique. And no, they would always be this caramel like clear bottom, and then the threading between like the sole and the shoe was always like this specific like yellowish color, and that was like always like iconic.
The thing.
The thing, yeah. So if you saw that, it'd be like, oh, they got the Doc Martens.
What's weird is like older people. I've heard like Tello and them talk about Doc Martens more than I like growing up. I didn't, you know.
See,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's more of our generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause they like those, and then what's them expensive ass slides or
Slides.
are those Doc Martens too? Like not
Probably.
slides, but they're like, damn. I think that's what I'm talking about.
Sperry's?
No, I think I'm talking about what you're saying.
Doc Martens?
Yeah, do
yeah,
they make?
They
do
made
they make
slides too, yeah.
like slide? And those kind of like mountain climbing looking, like the
Mountain climbing slides?
the sandals.
What?
Remember those sandals that Noah had on, and
Yeah,
I
we
was
should
telling
just turn.
listen, listen, Linda. Like them, like the kind we was like looking at that Janae Echo brand that has like all it's like a sandal, but people use those to go hiking.
Oh, like Jesus sandals?
Yeah, but they got all the little, you know what I'm talking about? Don't they
Okay.
make those too?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm totally- Once you
Birkenstock,
said-
Birkenstock. That's what I'm thinking about. Birkenstocks.
Birkenstock. I don't know what that is.
I've never
Those is the
Okay.
oh here it is.
I would never climb mountains in sandals.
I couldn't-
Me either. That's why I was saying when they was wearing those shoes, and I was like, you can't go hiking in these. And I was like, you better put some damn tennis shoes on. Have your feet fucked up.
That would suck.
Birkenstocks, right? Is that what I said? I don't even know how to spell that. Birkenstock. Oh my god.
Bingo.
Birken. That's what they look like. Birkenstock. I'm gonna show y'all this shoe. Oh. These. Oh, damn.
yeah.
No, that wasn't even the shoe I was thinking of.
Oh, Doc Marten definitely used to make something like that, but
It was the ones I was thinking of kind of
oh,
look
that's
like
what the Africans
this.
always be wearing.
I have some off-brand shoes like this too.
Yeah, that's some African sandals.
Well, they probably got a brand.
Y'all motherfuckers wear a whole fucking suit, then wear some motherfucking sandals at the bottom.
That was like,
Right?
everybody finna cover your ass.
No, it's cool. Like, I ain't hating
No,
on
they
it. I'm
do.
just pointing it out. That's what y'all do. I didn't say it was bad.
I seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, that's what y'all do.
I seen it. I'm sorry. And then just at
I
least
get
put
it.
some
Your feet
lotion
get hot.
on.
I get it.
Just need to put some.
Just put some
Motherfucking
lotion
feet
on.
get
You can't just be out there just. And what you call them things? Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Martins. Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I liked all these styles, but I never knew the names and shit, and I ain't never have these.
I think my
But
if
like,
they didn't have the
but if it was the
caramel,
style, you know,
if it didn't have the caramel
There it
translucent
is.
bottoms or the yellowish
There it is.
thread, they was trash today. Like, if they didn't have that, you ain't want them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I like these kind of boots. I remember that this was a trend, so maybe that was why. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe everybody who could afford these or get these got
I
these.
feel like it was a white people thing, but
And then
It's a bit. Could be. I'm not a big boot guy.
that's where I got it from. But
later on, we just started being like
Those were
combat
my white
boots.
Vans, okay.
I did Nikes for a while, but then after a
Combat
while,
boots.
Vans.
I wanted some Filas, and my mom and them was
Skechers
not
like
finna
tried
get
to
'em.
be that brand for a while, but then they just like they couldn't. They went too like
They went old retirement home. These are good. For
they
your
went
hips.
everywhere.
These are good.
Started
for your
putting
hips.
wheels on the bottom of their
Yeah,
motherfucking
like,
shoes. They done all types of
They
shit.
did
Like
all
goddamn.
sorts of shit.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you see them like, oh, they're the lightest weight and they're good for your back and posture.
Yeah.
It's like,
They
what
do
the
have a
hell?
whole store though.
They do now. Damn.
Yeah.
Who's investing in Skechers?
Shit. I don't know.
I didn't even know Filas was still making shoes.
Filas.
That's what we had wanted, some Filas.
Filas. That's how you say
Like
it?
it's Fila, you know, but
Filas.
we wanted multiple. I guess I don't know why we would say that. I want some Filas.
Damn, I had maybe a pair of Filas back in the day.
Man, my mom and them was not getting me them Filas, and they was not finna play. It. I can't believe you would say it like that. You want some Filas?
I feel like
Fucking-
Filas was like if you was trying to be extra, like, and just wear that like other cool brand that nobody really just got like that. You know what I'm saying? Normally, because it's like Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Reebok was like kind of popping a little bit. Adidas was popping, but then if you got some Filas, like, oh, okay.
How-
Somebody got
you
Oh.
popping?
Somebody feel
Remember
bad.
Dadas? I remember Dadas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
I do remember those.
Motherfucking,
These ain't even on here.
patent leather shoes.
Yep, man.
Maybe it was the velvet ones, but they not even on here. But they were smooth, and it would be like an all black shoe. It would be like an all black shoe or something, and it'll have two stripes on the side, and they were like smooth. I think that's what it was, like a suede. And then you could get it'll all have a white stripe. One of the stripes on all the shoes is always white, and then they would have like a lavender. They had red, so like you would just get them based on the color stripe that you like. And so everybody's walking around school with these because we had to wear a uniform, but we could wear black tennis shoes as long as it didn't have like nothing too crazy. So that if we had our school colors, so some people would buy just the one with the white stripes, some people would buy
Oh, they
the
was
ones
getting
with the
excited about
two.
stripes.
Yes. Everybody was like, oh yeah, we finna be matching our uniform. And then if you had your favorite color that your backpack, you get them to match like the color. You know what I'm saying? It was like, so I was like, oh my God, I want some of them. They're like, we gonna get these shoes. Then next year they're not even gonna be in style no more. And then it just started making me think like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, backpacks
And
was
they
a
wasn't.
big deal.
They
I
were
stopped
right
using
about that
the,
one. They were right about
I
that
stopped
one.
using the backpack.
Remember the
you
one
ended up getting the string, that string bag.
Oh,
you
the
know
string
what I mean?
bag. Oh yeah, if you was in
Don't just
sports,
be
yeah.
That was like my
breaking.
thing. Like, I
Y'all
was
remember
like,
the one
man,
strap backpack?
It was easy.
Oh, that was
Remember
my
that style?
shit.
You put that whole
No.
Oh,
Nah, let me
killer.
tell y'all,
Yeah,
that-
that one strap backpack.
That was my shit. That's why I
It's
like wearing my
convenient.
fanny
It's
packs like
convenient.
that, like across me. That's why I like that style because man, I thought I was the shit when I got me a one strap backpack
yeah.
until that shit started breaking from the top. Cause you had too many books in there,
Oh.
and it'd be breaking
Straps
like
are just like,
it yeah. Then
stitching-
you only got
stitching
that one, and you're like fuck.
I had a Nike one that was legit the entire time. Never fucked up. Never had no problems. It was just really nice.
Damn.
I'm just-
Shout out to Jan Sport
Ah, Jazz Sport.
Oh, man.
Aw.
or whoever had the backpacks.
Honestly, I overstuffed
I like
the
a
shit
good-
out of those string bags. Like I shouldn't have been putting like
The
4
string
binders
bags.
in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not built for
That's
4
just made for like a
binders.
water
Yeah,
bottle, a little
exactly.
fucking towel,
some
and
shorts,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
about it. Like it's not made for much. But I was over.
Yeah,
I went
me
through, like,
too.
7 of them bags, man. I was just overstuffing it.
The girls will try to be cute. Y'all used to do that too? Did y'all used to do? I'm talking to Tanisha off camera. I shouted her out earlier, but just in case for those who's watching, like, who the fuck is she looking at? I was trying to see if she did this in school too with that same type of backpack. Girls used to be at the bottom, like pull the bottom of the strings and tie it up around here. And it would be girls like, they're trying to like, make them whatever, but it was also
make
make
what?
your boobs perky.
Oh, okay.
That was a trick. That was a
Look,
trick
we
back
both
in the
like,
day.
It was like, no wonder they was so fine in school. Everybody's boobs look so happy today.
I don't remember any girls doing that, but okay.
But yeah, I don't remember.
Well,
way too
I mean, I went to a black middle school, so all they was just walking around like we had the uniform on. So no, they always trying to do new shit, huh?
Yeah, we didn't have uniforms. Yeah.
So, but y'all didn't have those backpacks though. Also, whatever they would wear, it wouldn't have mattered.
None.
Yeah, we done used that one a lot today.
Yikes.
What's going on?
Yikes! It's only the second quarter and we're already shit.
Going back to art teachers.
Yes. I digress.
Y'all remember the who was the guy on TV that used to paint?
Yeah,
Bob, was it Bob
the
Ross?
nigga with the
Bob
hair.
Ross.
Bob Ross.
My teacher looked like a shorter, way fatter version of that guy,
Oh shit.
Way,
but almost like the exact identical. Like it almost felt like he like styled himself after him.
Interesting. You know what was funny?
Had the gray afro.
That same art teacher that talked shit to me, she was pregnant like multiple times throughout the year that I was in.
That is
art
funny.
class.
No, I'm just kidding. How could you be pregnant
She
multiple
left.
times? Wait,
She left
wait.
straight
Pause.
up.
Hold on.
Did you just talk about this
Straight
on
up.
one of them?
Stop. How the fuck was
just
your
talked
teacher
about-
multiply pregnant in the year?
Multiply pregnant.
Not
so
in a
she
year.
was like, by the time she told me that I was terrible at art, that I was never going to be an artist.
She had
type
already
shit.
had either 2 miscarriages
She
or
was,
2
She
abortions.
was at that point probably about 9
Wait.
months. No, she's about 8 months.
But you
She
could
was
be
just about
you
on
could be
break.
pregnant multiple times a year. You just can't have a baby.
That's what I'm saying. So either she had like multiple miscarriages or abortions,
she
or
had
No,
her-
she
She had her
had
baby.
probably a baby. She's still pregnant when
She
you
had
get
her
a baby.
baby. A couple months later,
Then she
she
got
was like,
pregnant
"Oh,
again.
I'm pregnant again, class."
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. You could be pregnant
Like,
no matter if you're at the end of
a
one and then
couple
you
months
start
later,
one.
though, I was
Yeah.
like,
well, he said a
holy-
few times, so I'm already thinking at
I was
least.
like-
I'm already thinking at least
Three.
3. So I'm like, what the?
I mean,
Two's a
but
couple.
That's not the funny part. The funny part of it. So the funny part of it is, I digress.
That's not the funny part. Let me get to the first line.
teacher that came in, she was this crazy short-haired little fro-looking redheadish woman. She had an accent to her, but her name was Mrs. Kniff, but her name was spelled knife. And she just had the creepiest little. I mean, she'd be deadly silent. You'd be concentrating on something. Boom, she pop up on you right there, like right.
With that
what are you working
knife.
on? And I'm like, just doing something right here. I'm just trying to-
My master plan.
She'd like look at your thing, like really study it, and look at me, and I was like, "Oh man, what is she planning right now?" I don't
Just
know.
plotting on me.
Creepy though. Some of these
What the
art teachers,
fuck?
like I don't know where they find them at, but they have
How
they have
how
certain
y'all get
tendencies to 'em.
certified? Yeah.
They have certain tendencies to them, and I'm like, okay, that makes you an art teacher, doesn't it?
Must teach art. Shit.
What does make
don't think
somebody?
my
Wait, what was his high school art teacher?
Yes.
What makes somebody? Okay, you probably had to go when they went to college for art, maybe.
Maybe I don't know. They never actually said that they had any art schooling. You know? And what was funny was she was the cheerleading
yeah.
coach. The pregnant woman who got pregnant. Yeah, she was the cheerleading coach. So it's like
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
They do
can.
do that.
They
Go to
can
school.
do that?
Go to college. They go to college
maybe they
for
can
it.
just be multiple things.
I feel like when
Be
they,
the
I feel
cheer
like
coach and they can be
if
the
you
art
if you're picking the art teacher for your school, you're going through the resumes. And you're like, oh, somebody actually went to school for art. Oh, okay, it's them. And then you like they automatically, you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like everybody went to art school ain't going to be an art
Didn't
teacher,
finish.
right?
Come on in.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Especially a high school art teacher.
Yeah.
That's probably like art didn't really work out for you, and and so it's like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? I got this damn degree in this shit. Art ain't selling. I'm like this shit. I'm not popular. I'm not the next Basquiat.
Well,
Like,
I guess it just
I guess I'm
depends.
gonna be an art teacher.
I used to think that about music, but I guess
No
it
offense
just
to the art teachers. I love
we
y'all.
need art teachers.
Mine was trash,
We
so
need
that's
art
why I don't have a high regard
Yeah,
for
we
y'all.
have- we had
but mine was
terrible art
trash.
teachers that gave
Yeah.
us, you know,
Mine used to get high in the back room.
terrible misconceptions.
you'd be back there with them. Damn, teach.
Nah,
why
that was
you
back
ain't-
when I was like, that's when I thought weed was like, like I was like, oh my god.
But it just depends on what you
my day with it.
when you're in
That's how I
college.
started my day with it.
What like it depends on when you're in college. What do you want to do with that degree? Honestly, 'Cause I used to think that about music teachers too. I used to be like, damn.
Isn't it
Like,
sucky,
you just,
though,
like,
that you
couldn't make
dedicate
it in
something to
music.
school and like you don't get like the reward for it? You know what I mean? You graduate
It
with
is-
something and you just don't get any reward.
I don't know. Like I said, it depends. Like some people go
some people
to
have a
school
hard
just
time.
to teach. Like you know what I'm saying. And then some people like go to school for performance. But I would only think in my brain that you would only want to go to school to do your own shit. Like that's what I was thinking in my head, and so I thought the same thing about music teachers. Like, oh, you didn't make it in your music career, so you became a teacher. But it was like some people really go to school to be like, I want to be a teacher. And you're like, huh?
There's some people are natural, like
Why
natural
would you wanna
teachers.
do this?
Absolutely, at it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And we need those people, but they have to have that certain patience and like certain. You can't. It's the people who like are the lazy teachers because they like fell back on it as like a safe job. They didn't really want to
Yeah.
be a teacher, but they did it because that's all they could find at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They don't really have that certain attitude of like, I want to be a great teacher to stand out to these students.
They're like, I'm just here
And
because
I mean, I had teachers that definitely stood out to me that I still remember. I'm like, you know, you were a really good teacher to me. Like, you know what I mean? I can remember that. Like, you taught me stuff. You know, you took your time. You were patient. You know, those are things that like matter to a kid back in the day, especially when you only got like 45 minutes, 50 minutes for a class. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you needed to get as much like information as you can, especially because they're gonna send you home with homework, and you're gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're just
I
lost.
say shout out to them though, because that shit it does take a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I can
and
never
a
do
lot
it
of-
just because I don't believe in the school system like that.
Yeah.
But you know, I also believe that there's a saying: the best teachers are the ones that teach without teaching. So it's like those, you know what I'm saying? So the best teachers end up being the people that ain't really even trying to
true.
teach you nothing.
It's true.
So,
Very true. Sometimes they just teach you good life lessons, and that's all you need.
well, people only learn when they want to learn.
True.
They only learn what they want to learn.
That's very
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if I was a teacher, I'd be like, fuck this. I'm not worried about y'all motherfuckers that ain't trying to be here. Like, so I'd be a terrible teacher because the ones that ain't trying to be there, I'd just be like, fuck you, put your head down, go to sleep.
go
I don't give a
sleep.
fuck.
I could get
All right,
to
who wants to
David's
really,
like-
who really wants to learn this shit? Like, who really wants to, like, all right, let me fuck up, like, give my attention to y'all.
wants to learn? Cool.
Cool. Yeah,
I'm
like,
gonna sit over here. I'm getting paid either way, y'all.
Then, but then
they ain't
they'll-
about to have me stressed about state tests and all that shit. I ain't about to worry about none of that
they
shit.
gonna fire y'all ass real quick.
Facts, that's
Unless
right.
y'all was at one of them like inner city schools where they needed you, then they wouldn't fire you. But if
At that
you
point,
was,
you're more of a babysitter than
yeah, I was like, but if they don't care, because they're gonna be looking at y'all test scores, like, what the fuck is wrong with your children?
I kind of feel like I'm gonna be like that with my kids, like on like okay, if you here to listen to me, good. If you ain't gonna listen to me, when you in trouble, don't call me.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like kids only want to listen like a lot of kids they only want to listen like when they're in trouble. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like when you in trouble, that's when you go to your parents, right? But it's
Yes.
like, nah, I was trying to tell you something so that this didn't even happen. So if you ain't want to listen to me then you're gonna have to deal with the consequences now of what happened.
Yeah, I think they should definitely deal with the.
But if you're gonna listen
consequences,
to me, I'm here all day to teach you. But I'm not gonna be the type of parent to just like sit there and like sitting and constantly trying to like teach you things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do what I do, and you're gonna learn from me doing what I'm doing. And then when I see something happening, I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I feel like you need to know it, but I'm gonna try not to micromanage my kid's life like that.
I think the good thing with most, I mean, I can't really talk.
But why are
perspective
you
because
laughing?
Right.
What?
I don't have children. I don't have. So I mean, with me, I think we have to kind of go through experiences so we're just able to
Yeah.
give advice and know what happens. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, our kids, they're gonna be offered so much more, and I think there's so much more pressure out there to not be a kid and to already start.
How are we
looking
gonna be
at
able to
what-
guarantee we know what advice to even give our kids?
I think, you know, you kind of look at the way that you survive as you grow up, man. Like, look
Isn't
at the
it
way how your
different though?
mindset is,
It's
you know,
so
like-
different though each generation.
Of course, but that's the thing that you kind of have to like instill. You know, these were certain values that I grew up with that have brought me here, that made you. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to like take these as life lessons and appreciate the fact that you're here. And I'm looking out for your best interest. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to like dictate your life. You can go ahead and do it, but you're gonna end up with some shit that's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
exactly. Yeah.
I want to make sure that they know, like, hey, you know, I've been through this. I've already done it. So if you want to do it, you know, you're gonna make your own choice at the end of the day.
Yeah, facts. That's
But
what I was saying.
At the
That's
end of
what
the
I was trying to
time,
get
you know,
to.
when time comes, there's gonna be certain consequences that come with whatever decision you end up making. Some
Yeah.
good consequences, some bad. But that's gonna be you. That's gonna have to learn from it, and to repeat those mistakes. Well, then that's where you're falling off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to go through it, hit your head, and realize, like, damn, okay, I can't do that. You know?
And then as a parent, like, you help them.
Yeah.
But then you realize, all right, nigga, all right, you did this. Look, I'm gonna help you, but I need
That's
you to
what I'm
like
saying.
learn the
It's the
lesson now
repeating-
too.
yeah, it's the
Learn the
repeating where
lesson,
you
because if
can't-
this shit happen
yeah.
again,
yeah, not for
we're
it,
gonna have to
you
do
know?
something different
See,
because this ain't work apparently.
See, that's why I'm gonna be messed up. I know as a parent, because I'm definitely the parent that if I was a parent, or how I'm thinking in my brain how I want to be, is when I say I'm not. I ain't.
You ain't what?
Like, you know how some parents be like, oh, I'm gonna help. You said something about, but then you end up helping them anyway, but you want them to learn the lesson.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell you. I know you're gonna make your own decision, but then once you decide to do it, like, I'm not gonna help you
Mm.
because I
Aw.
told you already.
But
And I'm gonna be like, well,
from the kid's perspective,
What they
they'll,
get you,
they'll
you know.
see that as
it's po-
punishment for not listening to them. And that's not necessarily the lesson that you want your kid to learn. You want your kid to learn that you got their back regardless. But you also want them to know that, like, all right, if you're not listening to me, like you're gonna have to deal with the results.
Mm-hmm.
But you still want them to know that you got them regardless. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah, it
So-
depends on what it is.
so if
Like,
you just
I ain't
do
gonna just be
that,
sitting over there
like-
like, stay up. But my mama told me you do some crazy stuff, and I already told you about it. You end up in jail. Of course, I know my mama at the end of the day not gonna let me sit there forever, but I'm gonna sit up in
I'm
that
gonna bail
hole
you out once.
for a little bit.
I'll bail you out the first time.
I'm gonna have to
That's
have
what
a
I'm
couple
saying.
nights in
It's-
there. I
it's
know.
the-
She already told me.
It's the
That put the fear in
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You gotta instill that, you know, as long as they learn their lesson and don't repeat the same mistake. I think that's the biggest.
Oh,
thing,
for
you know what I
sure.
mean? 'Cause
Or
sometimes
make
we
your
make
or make
mistakes.
enough money to where you can handle your own shit.
Oh, yeah,
then you can just do whatever you want.
At that point, I mean, at that point, you're a grown ass man. Get the hell out of my house.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Go ask me, pay your own bills.
You know, but that's the
man. Like,
struggle that like kids, because
You're going as
I
man,
feel like
mhm.
nowadays actually kids can make a lot of money at a young
True,
age.
they can.
So like things that'll happen is like kids will come up on some money at a young age
Very
and then not
true.
want to fucking like listen to their parents.
Well, that's the funny thing. You know, most of like me growing up, I know I would hear it from my aunts. You know, my mom even like, don't play video games. You know, that stuff's a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Now you got these little 12, 15-year-old kids that are winning millions of dollars at video game tournaments.
Hell yeah.
Millions of dollars. They already got shit signed. They got a bank account chilling. Like, and
That
they
cracks
are
me up.
12 years old. It's like, damn, y'all can pay for a parent's house.
That cracks me up that they would say like video games would waste your time when in reality, like even playing board games and doing things is sharpening your mind. It like sharpens your coordination. It sharpens like a lot of
Well,
things.
they tried to tell us that about like
know?
phones.
True, but they're terrible things.
They're a terrible thing. Man, motherfuckers get paid from their phones now.
Yep.
We get paid from our
Business.
phones.
Do the whole business through the phone. Whole business. Like,
That's
you
all
can
I
handle
said.
So many things just through this little thing right here. And like,
Anything new, the generation that grew up without is gonna be like, oh,
It's the
that
devil.
thing right there. I don't like that.
We find out.
It was like that with everything. It's like that with everything
Let
that
me
new that
find
comes
out
along.
That right.
you gotta like adapt. You know what I mean? I
It's
think that's the
hilarious
thing.
to
You
me.
gotta be willing to adapt because I don't want to be one of those old people who just be lost.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Fact. Facts.
See, this why I'm on this AI and this robotic shit right now, because right now I feel like it's the older generations talking about, oh, robots is gonna take over and we ain't gonna have no jobs and it's like, no, motherfucker. See, it's your type of, because the generation before that was doing the same thing about just computers in general. And it's like, man, y'all are just being stupid, not learning anything about them, and like saying that, like,
Yes.
and now you are gonna be the one fucking losing your job,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but not because of robots, motherfucker.
Because of you,
Because
nigga.
of you, like you didn't want to do
You
it.
didn't want to
Yeah,
learn
so,
no
like,
more.
I'm super into like I'm not like I don't know the specifics of AI and robotics, but I love like reading and like hearing stuff about it. And like I'm not necessarily the one that's gonna like deny it. Like, you know, Elon's talking about this little chip they about to put in people's brains.
I've seen that. I was like, man, I don't know about insertion of a chip.
I don't either, but I'm interested.
Interested.
I'm not gonna do it, but I'm interested. Like I feel like I need to know about this shit. That way, when somebody
right.
come up to me and they got a chip and they got one of these chips in their brains,
You know how to take it out?
I know how to hand. No, I just know how to handle it.
You know how to take it out?
No. It's almost like when I first.
Unchipped. Oh.
It's almost like the first time I heard about Adderall.
Oh, okay.
The first time I heard about Adderall, I didn't know what it was, and I had never taken an Adderall. And then when I took an Adderall, I was like, oh,
That's what Adderall.
that's what these kids in school was doing. Like,
Yeah.
and I used to feel bad about, like, you know what I'm saying, like, about like why some kids would just be able like to just be in there reading, going crazy in books, like, you know what I'm saying, studying like crazy. Everybody was on
They
Adderall.
were. They were.
Everybody.
Everybody was on this super pill that I wasn't on.
Straight up.
Why didn't you tell me about the super pill? I thought we were best
You know?
friends.
And I'm not advocating Adderall.
I thought we were friends.
I'm not advocating Adderall, but it's almost like a fucking super pill for some people that take that shit. Because it's
is.
like, it's an amphetamine, and that shit just keep you up, and then you be alert, and motherfucker, you can
It's true.
read for days,
It's true.
clean for days.
Oh, I don't need
Do whatever the
that
fuck you trying to do for days.
for days.
I had a buddy who would study, work.
Pick one topic,
he'd
I'm
he'd work,
focused.
Like 2 or 3 jobs, but he'd be taking Adderall the entire. I was
Oh
like,
my
dude,
God.
you need more than 2 hours of sleep, bro. Like,
Yeah.
chill out. And he'd be like, I gotta study for this test, man. He'd be up. I was like, damn, dude, you never. And he'd be posting on the Snapchat constantly, like studying this part of the job. I was like, damn, dude, you were on it, but like, damn, man, go to sleep.
You're,
Right.
you're on it,
Go
but
to
you
sleep.
on it.
Yeah.
Take it.
I worked in psychiatry for like
down.
10 years. So like I worked with like we prescribed it. I used to take that shit. Like, so I know a lot about all that type of shit. And whoo, that's a whole world. Like prescription drugs and that type of shit. It makes me wonder, like, I really do be feeling like the elites, like, and super rich people got some pills that's like can make them do anything
Oh, I'm sure.
that we don't even know about.
I'm sure.
Hmm.
There's a lot of stuff that's out there that we just they'd rather keep on the low.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
Or maybe it's just so expensive that it's like it wouldn't even make sense to even put it on the market because the shit's so expensive.
Well, that's why you're seeing so many of these billionaires like going up into space right now because they know something's going on, man. They know the Earth.
Yeah.
They know something about the Earth is like.
Jeff
bad.
Bezos came back. I asked this last podcast and everybody was like, he went to space.
I don't know if it was Jeff Bezos. It was that one dude, Richard something. He owns.
Richard Brand.
There you go.
Oh, he
owns
been
Brand.
gone to space though, right?
Yeah, well, he just went, but Jeff Bezos actually takes off. I think tomorrow. Actually.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I read it was supposed to be Tuesday, but I don't know. We'll see.
Man got divorced. He
All I
said,
know
"Fuck it,
is-
send me to
yeah.
space."
All I
This
know
woman
is
got half
it's
my money.
really-
Send me to space.
It's really sus. That's all I know, man. It's really sus. I'm like,
Super
why
sus.
are all these
Super
rich people wanting to get
sus.
out of here? Like, why y'all want to go to space so bad? There's
Yeah.
nothing up there. Y'all can't buy anything.
Yeah.
But it's like they want to get up there.
The
I don't
wink
know.
and
It's just
the-
weird.
that-
Yeah.
that means it's
For me,
triple
it's like
bad.
I don't think it's that weird.
Y'all are telling us something without telling us.
You have billions of dollars. You have access to everything on Earth and off Earth.
even
Come
to
on.
fix things on Earth. You have billions of dollars. He's got trillions of dollars actually.
It's called being bored. It's like, oh, I can go to space too. Let's go to space.
But I guess
know.
it's like the suspicion. The only suspect part is the fact that they're all trying to go around the same.
Have y'all ever heard that?
time.
Y'all ever
Elon
heard the
Musk,
spoken?
Rich Man 2 building the rockets. Like, I don't know, man. Like all of it just leads to one area of like, what do y'all know?
You ever heard the
What
song
is-
"Whitey on the Moon"?
Yes. I just heard it in what was it?
Lovecraft Country. You saw it on Lovecraft Country.
I heard it on another show just recently.
Lovecraft
Oh,
Country.
actually no, I actually saw it on Twitter. There you go.
Okay.
That's where I saw it.
He hasn't.
But the original guy like singing the song. Like,
He's
I
still
heard it on
trying to
there.
see this, right? You haven't finished Love.
I haven't seen Lovecraft.
Yeah,
Country
that's
yet.
why.
That's
That's why
good.
he's like,
Yeah,
it
no,
ain't
that's
it.
one
He haven't
that- we were
seen
talking
it
about shows actually
yesterday.
That's one that I watched, and
It's like no,
that's
no,
one that's
no.
on
no.
the list.
That was
I
good.
gotta start.
Well, Whitey on the Moon is a great piece, and it's a basic to surmise it is that while the rest of us worry about day-to-day issues, there's like a percentage of people that have such small worries that they just get to fucking go to the moon and just do shit that doesn't fucking matter. And like, you know what I'm saying? That does,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like the biggest waste of energy ever. And they got it so well off that they get to just do that while the rest of us
Yeah.
You talk about,
fucking
like,
worry about day-to-day
tax
shit.
us, and they keep most of our
Yeah.
taxes. But hey, Whitey's on the moon.
But
It's
Whitey's on the, yeah, that's a great
it's
piece.
like,
That's a
man,
really great
it's
song.
like it's true though. It's like, man, there's so many things that like that money can be put towards. Like,
Right.
I talk about it all the time about the wall. You know, they put so much money towards that stupid wall
Yeah.
when they could just put that money towards a developmental facility to get these people in legally faster.
Right.
Pay your workers.
And it would make money.
Open, and it would make, you know what I mean? It would get people in here legally. You won't have to worry about illegal, like, but make it a faster process.
Yeah.
I just saw somebody said it took 10 years, but I finally became a U.S. citizen. You had to wait 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years. That's a long ass fucking time, man.
10 years and however much money like
Yeah,
that, you know
all
what I'm
those
saying?
thousands
Like,
of dollars that it takes too on top, and then you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. Until then, you just have this little car, and if
and
they
you got
wanna throw
kids, and
back-
you got kids,
Yeah,
and
if
all
they
types
wanna
of
throw
shit.
You
and
back,
just-
they'll throw you back. Like, they don't care nowadays. Like, as soon as you
And then a
miss
lot
it-
of times, don't they like send like their kids and their wives ahead of time, and then they sitting there trying. Man, that should be crazy.
It's rough, man. It's rough, and there's a better way to handle it. But do they
sure.
want to spend money in that way? No. Let's spend money on building a stupid ass wall that people literally just climb over,
Or under-
how does
dig
that
under or
work?
whatever.
Yeah, it's like, how does that even work? Like, y'all are idiots, man. Like,
Did they even finish
that's
it?
so no, they didn't even finish it.
And
They
they-
spent
and he
all that
gone.
money, all
And he
that
ain't
tax
even in
money on
office
something
no
that could have
more.
actually made a difference and helps.
Yeah.
They just do stuff that's like dumb. Like, that's
Yeah.
not what we want. Like,
They spend
give us
the
health care.
Yeah.
have you noticed the
Oh,
goal
wow.
the goal of the government is never
What?
to solve
Wow.
problems.
Oh, of course not.
It's only to
How was
create
that?
it's only to create programs that they can then ask for tax dollars for.
True.
So as long as they can like keep creating programs, like that's all they care about. They don't care about like a solution to anything because there's no they're
They
not
want the
gonna
problem to keep going.
yeah,
So
or they
keep
just want
writing
new
about it.
problems or whichever one.
It's the same way.
Same thing.
Over and over again. I don't know if within our lifetime we'll ever see like a true change within the government. I don't know. Like, I really don't know.
That's what the government is.
Maybe within a few years, like maybe, you know, generations down, they'll maybe have progressed further and actually, you know, come together as like an actual good, you know.
The government will never be good. All we could ever hope to do is, and which is what we try to initially do with America, I guess, is just like minimize, like, keep them small, because government inherently is bad. All it is a system designed to take money from the people and then spend it however it makes it grow.
True.
The government grow, not what's good for the people that just put the tax dollars in. What can we do to? Because if you were doing what's good for the people, you would make yourselves smaller and smaller to where you're not
You wouldn't be
needed.
taking such a high.
You would make yourself not needed. Like that's what we want from the government is make yourself
Yeah.
not needed. But it's like the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've gained too much control over time.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part.
And that's every empire. That's what happens.
They control everything at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like now, we really don't like. We get so much of our money taken out for taxes, but it's like, where does it really go? Like, where do we see?
And they was getting mad at us
I
for
get
giving
no
our
receipt.
shit back
I get no
during the
receipt
damn
about anything,
pandemic.
like where my money's going,
God.
right? But then they're like doing stupid shit that's like, man, that's not what we need. You know what I need?
Yeah.
I need good like actual health care that's gonna provide like good insurances that aren't like gonna cost an arm and a leg. I need like minimum wage raised because price of living keeps going up, but minimum wage stays the same. Like,
Right.
these are things that we need to progress forward for us to like not struggle so hard and stay within that same class rank that we're at. Like we shouldn't have to struggle. You know what I mean? We shouldn't have to work 40 hours a week and like struggle. That doesn't make any sense.
It don't.
You should be able to afford everything, live comfortably, and if anything happens, you shouldn't have to feel like shit. This is gonna
Right.
set me back financially, like
Sure. Yeah.
so much. Like there's no way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be able to
catch
survive.
up or
Yeah,
whatever.
we should be able to get health care without it being like a fucking.
Like like where you got to cut something out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be like, all right, well, cool. I got
Healthcare or dental,
Or
my
where,
nigga.
Sandwiches for the
or
next
where
week.
25,
Yeah, yeah.
25% of my check goes just to like insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
That's
Yeah.
so ridiculous. Just for,
That's
and then not
it.
only that, not only do you just have to have health care, you got to get dentist and vision as well. So you got to get
It's
three
separate
different
care, and
insurance.
that's
It's
all.
a one body,
it's
man.
all-
Where's,
yeah,
where's,
I
the,
was
where's
like-
the one body plan? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
come on.
Can I get the full body health, please? Yeah, the
No, I
full.
got the full coverage. It's,
It don't come with that. You
Got
know?
insurance for niggas without eyes and shit, like and teeth.
Without
What?
eyes.
Without eyes and
it
teeth?
just made no sense to me ever. I was like, how do y'all have
Yeah.
multiple? Like that's the most scammish shit ever. Like,
Right.
come on,
Sus.
Yeah.
sus.
Insurance itself is always like
I've
a.
always said,
That'd
you know,
be good,
I've thought that
too,
about like
sus.
driver's insurance. You know what I mean? Like car insurance. That's one of those things that I
Oh.
feel like if you don't get in an accident within that
Well-
time period of you know what I mean, being within that, they should give you some kind of reward, something.
Sure.
Something to
Like
help
a
you.
5
Car
months free
insurance is
insurance.
car insurance is probably the
Some.
only thing that makes sense to me.
A little bit, yes, because I do get why you need it. But
Because I'm gonna
talking
be
about-
mad if you don't got it, if you hit me and you ain't got
for
insurance.
somebody who doesn't,
Like, I'm gonna be real
Yes,
mad.
For somebody who doesn't end up like getting in car accidents. This is somebody who pays the entire thing off.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they still don't. You don't get anything for that
Right.
time period where you paid it on time and everything. And
It's for the peace of
expensive
mind.
as
It's
shit.
for the
Yeah.
peace of mind.
I guess, but
It's
damn.
for the peace of mind. Just in
It's
case.
a- I gave you a piece of my mind.
Yeah, I'll give you a piece
Ah.
of mind.
just in case you fuck up, we got you.
It's
We
there.
know you cool and all, but you
I
might
just want a
fuck
little bit of a
up.
better reward at the end of it. You know what I mean?
I would like
I've been with
2
y'all
free
for a
months.
year, no wreck, no tickets. Come on, y'all can give me a little something.
Yeah.
You
Whose
know what
joke
I mean?
is that where they say, I don't know why they call it insurance. They should call it in case shit happens. Because that's all they do. It's like, we got you in case shit happens.
And then when shit do happen, they be like basically stingy with your own money that you got
that'd
in
be
the
the
thing.
worst.
Yeah,
Then you got to get a lawyer. Actually, you should always get a lawyer if you get into an accident.
if you can, right?
Like, huh?
If you can.
You can. If you get into an accident,
I'm gonna find
yeah.
one of them lawyers that
A lo-
say
the
like,
lawyers will like do that
we
shit for
won't
free.
charge you unless you win
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
They'll,
Because they feel like they'll win a big setup.
because they
They'll-
gonna get some money out the insurance. When I got into my accident, I got an attorney, and he was like, "Man, he's like, you should have called me like right when the accident happened, because I would have got you a few thousand more."
Damn.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they gonna get the money out the insurance. Because the insurance always will play that game of, oh, we don't want to pay for this, we don't want to do this. Like,
I'm like, we as in me, nigga.
Yeah.
Where that savings
that
at?
man got me free car rentals. He got me free physical therapy. I didn't even need that shit. That man got me a check. All types of shit.
Well,
Well wishes.
had to had to cut it short, but I know y'all got to get on the road and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought we were still going. Why are we doing the?
This is not a countdown climber. This is just like telling me like how long it's going.
I
Yeah.
thought we were doing till 2 hours. Aren't we doing 2 hours?
Oh, you want?
We got
I didn't
like
know.
15 minutes. We got like 15
Okay,
minutes.
well,
Okay.
shit. Okay, I'm helping y'all.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. David said, "Hell no,
wants
nigga,
us
shut
out,
your
so-
ass up."
That's all the kid
I don't
wants
want
out, so I
nothing.
guess-
My
I guess
bad.
we'll
I
leave.
fucked it up. I was just trying to look out because I just thought everybody was having a good time. So I was like, oh, let me be the one looking, making sure I say
Oh, no,
something.
we good. We good.
Well,
Wait,
good.
wait, so you and Tanisha dating? Y'all
Oh,
together?
yes. We've been
That's
together
cool.
For 3 years already.
3 years?
A little over 3 years
Aw.
already. Yes.
Okay.
been
How's that
nice.
going?
It's been great, actually.
Yeah,
We,
talk about it. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. I need.
I'm gonna make sure this
because
last
they're
little
the
bit is gonna be
perfect-
interesting.
Talk about it. Please talk about it because yes.
No, it's really good. You know, I met her at a time where I was just about done with dating. I always tell her, I was like, if it didn't work with you, I was gonna be a straight up man whore after this. Like, I was completely done with dating,
Man whore.
done with relationships. Like I was just over it. It was wasting my time, but. You know, I shot my shot from long range downtown. You know, and I hit. I was very surprised. I was
Long
like,
range
I was
downtown.
like, there's no way I'm making this.
I'm trying to figure out what that means, like DM or like from across the
No,
club or
like,
like
no,
I'm trying,
like-
I'm trying to figure out like
it was actually New Year's Eve. She happened to be at the bar that I went to that night, and I ran into her. And we've known each other for a good while because her roommate at the time was one of my good friends that I went to high school with, Kayla. Shout out Kayla.
Hey, black friend.
And like we, you know, every time I'd see them out, you know, it was always a good time. She was always laughing and smiling, and you know what I mean. We'd all joke around and stuff, and she was always a good time. But I mean, I always looked at her like, oh yeah, she's not in my league at all. You know what I mean? She's like way out there, and I'm like,
she was always a good time.
I was trying to reach. Oh yeah, she
What's
was
that
always
mean?
positive. Like she was always smiling. She was always laughing.
Gotcha,
It was
gotcha.
always a joke. You know what I mean? Like we even have a picture together from like back in the day when we weren't even dating. Like I saw her out one night. She was wearing this pink dress. I was in my suit.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
this.
took a
This
picture
is
together,
why I
like,
love this
I think
story.
we sent it to Kayla too because we were like, oh. Look,
Yeah, talk up in the mic.
Ah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. And but yeah. So like I said, I shot my shot. Didn't think I'd actually make it, and it worked actually. We hung out a couple times, and I was feeling like I want to actually like, you know, get to know you, and actually like take you out and like, you know, see if this goes anywhere. And I always thought I felt bad because our first date was kind of like a investigation, really. Like I asked her
As it should be.
every question that I could think of.
As it
possible.
should be.
I
Wait,
was
where'd y'all go
like-
on the first date?
I took her to this place called Origami. It was a little sushi spot.
Oh, took her to a
And,
sushi spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was a good little spot. We both
That was a
like
good
sushi.
choice, but she likes sushi.
I wouldn't
a lot.
recommend.
That's
I
a good
wouldn't
choice.
recommend that for a first date, but
Really?
no.
But you know
Well,
she
she
likes
loves
sushi. Yeah.
Of course,
She
but
loves
that's
sushi.
like a second, third date type of thing.
Oh.
Also, he did it big. Okay.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
little
I'm
extra for
big-
me on a
I'm
first
big
date.
food guy. I'm a big
No, I
food
get
guy.
you, I
So,
get
like,
you.
For me, I like to see that you enjoy a lot of. You know, I could take you out for some basic burgers and shit. You know what I mean? But like, I'd rather see that you have some kind of.
But what if she would have been
culinary
what if she would have been one of them ones that just wanted like a free meal?
I mean, I would have been able to know. She was she was engaged in conversation.
Not that I would think that. Not that I would think of
She's
that.
like, damn, we just met.
No. So on this show, I've been seen trying to give people some advice as far
Yeah.
as like dating and first dates. I'm always like, don't take them on a big fancy date on
Really?
the first night.
Wow.
No,
Interesting.
just only because of the women that just want a free meal.
I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, you kind of have to know the
Only
girl
because of
you're-
that.
You kind of have to know the girl that
Yeah.
you're talking to as well. Like, I mean, you got some basic girl that you met at the club at 1:30 in the morning. You maybe had a little made out session.
but what
with,
if?
and
But
then
what
you
if
did
you
a-
are? But,
Yeah, she's probably gonna
Burger
use you
King.
for a free meal. you know
well,
what
but
I
there's
mean?
nothing wrong with that. If you, because some guys do are like more or
Yeah.
less thoughtful of the first date. So what I'm trying to say is to keep yourself from getting taken advantage of. If you like going out on dates, so you probably go on a lot of first dates. So I don't spend a lot of money on first dates. You
Really?
especially if you're trying to get to know somebody. You don't ever do like a movie on a first date.
Interesting.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
movies are always a bad because I mean you don't really get to engage in too much conversation. You know, you don't really get to know the person. Y'all are just watching a movie and then the only thing that you're really gonna be able to tell is like what if it's a movie that you like and they didn't like and then you're like damn.
I'm like, damn, we don't even
why
got the
didn't they
same
like it?
sense
I
of.
like that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or especially if it's a
then
funny
like,
movie.
ooh, okay,
but the
you know
whole
what?
point of the first date is to get to know the person. So like
True.
a movie is like probably one of the worst
the
things.
worst ones. Yeah, it's the
'cause
worst
you ain't
ones.
You're
getting
like,
to know
so
shit.
come
I
here
learned-
often. Shh.
I learned from my grandpa I should always take him to play pool.
Ooh, okay.
Take him to play pool.
Oh
first.
yeah,
That
that's
way
a
you can
good
see
one.
how they work with the stick. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Hey.
Listen to your grandpa. Listen to your.
It was just one thing of a joke my grandpa used to tell all the time. Like that was the thing. But I mean, it is. It's a good.
That's
way. It's a
funny.
good way, you know what I mean? I think friendly competition is always good. Air hockey, pool,
Yeah.
bowling. You know what I mean? Those are good little ones. You can kind of see how they act with it. Obviously, if they throw a tantrum because you're whooping their ass, that's something
Yeah.
that's like a huge red flag. Like,
Yeah.
do not date that person.
Yeah,
But
something active is kind of good for a first
It's always
date.
good. It's always good. You
Yeah.
kind of see that little, that little side to him.
I'm big on just going for a walk
Really, a walk.
for a first date. Yeah,
Walk.
just go on a
Man.
walk.
I don't know. It's too hot in Texas sometimes, and then it's too cold to walk sometimes too. I like a nice indoor place.
You mean you can go walking inside somewhere?
I took her to a place where we were playing like some music. And, you know, we listened to the live band. You know what I mean? Right after our first
Okay.
date too. Like, but yeah, I grilled her on a lot of questions.
They were
And,
like one of those. She like one of them. That it's cool when I see both of y'all though. Sorry to cut you off. I just had to say it because seeing both of y'all, I'm like, he's so romantic to you, and then she's like very sentimental like that too. So y'all are very like.
I mean, I like.
It's like movie.
I like to show my care, you know what I mean? And if it's in a value type, then I mean I'll go out for you, you know what I mean? Especially if you're, you know, all for me, and I feel like that's how it's been. But I mean, it's been a good 3 years. It's been a very good 3
Has
years.
it, Tanisha? Okay.
We actually
Okay.
just moved in
Verdict
together.
is it has been.
we actually moved in together a year ago, about like 5 days ago. So we've
Okay.
actually been living together for a year already, and this is the first time I've ever lived with a significant other, and it's probably the most well meshed that I've ever been with anybody other than like my brother. Like that's probably the only other person that I could live
This
with
is
and
so
tolerate.
good.
But with her, you know, it's very easy. You know, we're both, you know, very clean people. We like to keep tidy. We're not, you know, one's messy, one's clean. We're not, you know, frustrated at each other. Like, you know, we equal amount. You know?
Y'all handled that like early in the
It's-
moving
it's-
in
it's
the moving
a
together.
Good, it's a
together.
good relationship. Like I love living with her. You know, what
You
I
don't
mean?
want to talk
It's-
about right, but you made it sound so good.
Well,
Because they committed.
No,
No,
no.
he
Stop.
always he always
Stop.
thinks that there
Listen,
always has to
no,
be something.
There really is.
Wrong.
Listen, I
and there
already know.
isn't.
Listen, y'all ain't listen. Stop.
There
Y'all ain't about to-
isn't. It's possible.
Y'all ain't about to tell
exists.
me when y'all first moved in there wasn't some adjustment that had to happen.
There really wasn't any adjustment.
No,
I mean,
Fuck outta
they
here.
communicate
there was
very
some
well,
adjustment, but it wasn't.
but it wasn't bad.
It
You
wasn't,
feel me?
it wasn't some bad adjustment. It wasn't some
No,
bad adjustment
they're
at
really
all.
they have amazing communication. I'm telling you, there doesn't have to be
like,
any
we don't
problems. They
argue,
already
we don't yell,
yeah.
We don't disrespect each other. Like if we need to talk about something, we just talk about it. You know what's bothering us. Like we're very open.
But nothing
as
bothered
far as-
y'all according to
Not
y'all.
really, yeah. Like there's not much. I think there's maybe one time, you know, I was kind of like expressive with her, like, hey, we need to talk about something. And we talked about it. And then that was it. And that was about, I think that was like early on in our relationship. But other than that, like, we haven't ever really like, oh, blah, 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 like gotten a full out argument, like
Yeah.
yelling at each other, slamming doors. Like, we got time for that. You know,
Yeah.
we're grown. We can easily just talk about what's wrong. Like, it's really not that hard.
Yeah.
I don't know why people got to make so much emotion into it. Like, if something's bothering you,
Well,
just
some
say
people are
it.
emotional.
That's true, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta say it with your chest. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
You for sure always
Not
gotta
the
say what you
chest.
said.
Yeah, say it. Like, if it's bothering you, just say it.
That'd be my problem, though.
Because then, how are they gonna
Too
know
much
it's bothering
chest.
you?
I'm using too much
But
chest.
see, yeah, you
sometimes.
gotta keep it at a medium amount. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
say what's wrong with you, but in the most respectful way. Like, just be like, hey, you know, this bothers me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and let them know. Because maybe 9 times out of 10, they didn't know it bothers you.
Yeah, for sure. Or they never like are trying to bother you.
Yeah, they're
you
not
know what I'm
trying to
saying?
do it
It's
on
never, like-
purpose. And as soon as they know that, I guarantee they'll probably fix or adjust whatever they need to make sure that you're happy and to make sure you're content. And if they don't, then those are red flags that you need to like, you know, you need to end the relationship or you need to move out of it because obviously they're not going to change for you. And it's just certain things that you have to, you know, you take into a lot of perspective. A lot of people are very shallow. You know what I mean? They don't really get into too much depth with their significant other, and that's where
Right.
you can kind of see those relationships fail after a while.
Right.
But you got to make sure that whoever you're wanting to settle down with, it's somebody who you can actually, you know, mesh well with.
Be
and
yourself with.
be yourself with. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Making sure that y'all can actually, you know, maybe not relate on every subject, but at least have some relatable grounds with each other and find those, you know, little things that make y'all, you know, make y'all whole. You know what I mean? Actually bring y'all together.
So y'all are an interracial couple,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm a product of an interracial relationship.
What the fuck?
Intercourse. Actually, probably, I don't know what it was. It was intercourse for sure, but yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it's she's met my family. They're all, you know, Spanish.
Is that your
so-
thing, dating black women?
I wouldn't say that. No, not at all. I was actually I've dated a wide variety of different ethnicities, so it's not like that was never my first. You know, like I never thought I would.
Have you dated black women before, Tanisha?
Dated no.
Okay, enough said. Enough said. You can leave it right there, player. Leave it right there. I got you.
And is this thing off? We're good, right?
All right, guys. See y'all later.
That drive we gotta make. Yeah, I
Tanisha,
just
what
thought
about
about
you?
it. I am ready now.
Everything. So, you, about anything else? Have you dated outside of your race before? Really? Okay. Okay. It's new. Okay.
yeah, I've I've learned not to mess with white people. That's the number one thing.
What
Man,
the
That's the
fuck?
number one thing. You
I learned that.
I
lesson,
learned
too.
not to mess
Shout out
with
to my
white
family,
people.
though. I love y'all. Shout out to my mama, my sister, and all of them. I love y'all, but the rest, everybody outside of my family, yeah.
That's the one I never dated was white. I've never date. I've
I wouldn't
kicked it
recommend
with.
it.
But
I wouldn't recommend it.
I've kicked it with like you know what I'm saying, but not actually like dated. Like been, you know
How
what I'm
was
saying?
it?
Yeah.
How was it getting like to like know
Her family and everything like that.
or family and just like how a black woman moves in general?
You know, it was actually more of an interesting thing, and I learned a lot. You know, I get to see like how she does her hair and stuff, and,
Oh
and
shit!
it interests me honestly. I mean, I wish I could help her. I really wish I could.
I
help
wish
her.
I could help her, but
I am terrible with braid. Like I have long hair. Look. I have a man bun right now. You know what
Did
I mean?
you ever imagine in your
Y'all-
life how
that's what
much
this episode
how
is,
like much
man
effort goes into
bun.
their hair?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You got new
That's a
respect,
lot of
right?
work.
You got
Like,
new
I
respect,
see
right?
How much work she puts in because sometimes
Yeah.
it takes her a while, but she kills it.
Yeah.
And for her to like even it up too to like where it looks. correct, you know what I mean? Like
that's why I fucks with you, nigga. Let me tell you something. That nigga David be paying attention to the details. He gonna tell you about it. That's why that nigga said the way
puts
she
in-
lining up
She
too.
puts
He,
in work
he
though.
pay
You know what I mean?
attention.
Like she and
Yeah.
I'll sit and we'll watch like marathons of like Law and Order, whatever we watch, American
Yeah.
Dad, Family Guy, whatever.
They be
and
hour-long
she'll just be working on her
shows.
hair, and I'm just like, yeah, she got it all even. I'm just like looking at it like, wow, she's doing it, she's killing it. And like, but then like, what's cool is as soon as she takes her braids out, she's like a whole different person. She's got a whole different hair to her, and it's a different personality. Like I don't know, it's nice, you know what I mean, to learn all of her little quirks. But I mean, a lot of the stuff we're very
I look at
relatable
little
on.
quirks. Oh,
Yeah, like we're actually very very relatable on. Like we
Do you
love
watch
a lot
My
of the
Hero
same food.
Academia?
Ooh,
To
that I
anime?
don't. I don't watch a lot of anime.
So their superpowers are called quirks. So I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
always funny when they talk about quirks
Quirks,
because it's
okay,
like another way of
interesting.
talking about like
Another
a person's
superpowers.
superpower. Yeah.
Yes, I see that. I see that.
Hey.
But yeah, luckily we like a lot of the same food. We like a lot of the same stuff. Like we watch a lot of the same stuff as well. Like she loves my cooking, which I'm happy about. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like that's always a concern. You want to make sure somebody can cook in the household because if not, y'all gonna
that's what I'm talking about.
But me growing up, I was in the kitchen a lot watching my grandma and my mom cook. So, I learned a lot of recipes and a lot of stuff and perfected it over time. I was cooking when I was young because we kind of had to like take care of ourselves a bit. So, it was definitely one of those things that we've always liked to do.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we want to make sure that it tastes good and actually is good. And that's one thing that we impress on. And I think she likes most of the stuff I make, right?
Dope.
I swear I'm not. But I mean, she likes the food. She
Yeah,
likes the food.
trying to make me
There's nothing wrong with it.
fat.
But yeah, no, it's great. Honestly,
Oh,
it's
shit.
probably the final and the best relationship that I've ever. been
The
in, so
final. Okay.
Definitely.
Love it, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shout out to Kayla and Kevin. Congratulations on y'all
Oh, yeah.
engagement.
Congratulations.
Mm.
Okay.
Gang, gang.
Round of applause.
Like, gang, gang. Huh? What'd you say?
Round of applause.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Round of applause.
Nah.
That's what's up. I want you to, how you feel about this?
About what?
Same
Their
thing.
interracial relationship.
No.
Well, I'm here for it. What do you mean?
No, you said like some changes. I thought y'all was going to converse back and forth because I want to hear something.
Oh, changes in what? Living with somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Man to man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not
was
here
the
at all.
adjustment- How was the adjustment with you? And
I just,
um,
is this audio
Not too
on?
bad.
I was
no,
kidding.
I don't think it was too bad. But I guess it was just asking me. If for sure, it was like an adjustment. I've been living by myself for a long time.
Okay.
So it was definitely like just an adjustment, just living with somebody like in particular. Like I mean, just like in general. Yeah. So that's been an adjustment, but.
An adjustment.
Also, like I said earlier, I say stuff in my chest like probably too much. So sometimes when I'm just trying to like express like that this bothers me and I want to change, I might say it like a little more harshly than I need to. But I don't necessarily like mean to like
Come off that rough.
right, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be feeling bad,
Of course, yeah.
afterwards, of course. But I need to say it. I'm on.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense. We gotta find the best ways to express.
I'm
ourselves.
also like a big king of my castle type of guy.
I see that.
So
I see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
it took me a long time to get here. So
Yeah.
it's like I just
That's the way you are. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
I want to hear about the
Everybody's-
part where
everybody's got
you
their
like
personality.
notice how I line up my braids. And
I don't watch you do your hair. I'm sorry.
We're all like,
Are
okay.
you able to braid? Are you able to help? with that?
Are you?
able
Can
to
you
do that
braid?
kind of
Have you?
stuff? No.
Not
Have
all
you
black,
learned
not
the
all black
arts?
people can braid,
No,
David.
not all.
No,
Okay,
no.
my bad. I thought maybe you knew as well. I didn't know.
No, this is my first time growing my
You
hair
do
out
as
like
well.
long.
Oh,
So
really?
like I've always had like really short hair, so
Interesting.
I don't really have much.
How do you like the process of the whole long hair journey?
It's been cool. I can put it in a ponytail now, so that's always cool.
I feel that.
That's about all I got. I don't really.
Hey, both of
Me,
you guys are
I-
man
Growing
bunning.
up, my mom always had us like very clean. Like we had to be
Yeah, me
in the
too.
barbershop every 2 weeks. Like
too.
you know what I mean, fresh cut. And I was never able to grow out my hair. So when I made that deciding choice when I was about, I think it was like 22. I was like, I'm just gonna grow out my hair. Fuck getting a haircut. Like.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did it.
Good.
And it was the weirdest transition. I thought didn't look weird. Like I thought it looked awkward at some points, but then it worked for me. I liked it.
There's a liberating thing in like not really necessarily caring about your hair.
Yes.
But there's also a liberating thing in caring about your hair and then making sure that it
doesn't look
looks
terrible.
or
Like-
doing as much as you can, doing the braids or doing
Course.
all that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? All of that like has its place, but for me, just not worrying about my hair has been the most like peaceful.
Yes.
Like gives me the most peace of mind.
I like being able just to throw it in a bun, throw a hat on top. and
Sure.
I ain't gotta worry
Yeah,
about it,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, they can see the little poop and be like, oh, it's long hair. You know what I mean? Okay,
Right.
Cool.
They
Yeah.
can see a little pool.
Yeah, that's fine. But most of the time, if I want to like make it look good, I just throw the man bun on top and I'm good. You know what I mean? It's like it's very easy. It's very, very, very easy. It's a 2-style step. Versus like
Yeah.
having my hair short, I gotta like make sure it's a certain way, and if it look awkward, I gotta like refix it.
Yeah.
Add certain products. It's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
It took me living with a woman to appreciate
Make
doing
sure-
hair.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know how much it went into it either. So I was like, oh shit.
When do you feel like your
process.
first? When do you feel like you first learned that
Learn what?
the appreciation of hair? I don't
When
know.
when did I learn an appreciation
Yeah,
of
yeah,
hair?
yeah. Like you mean living with a woman like growing up, you would see your mom
The
and them
first
do their
black girl
hair.
that I dated. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, when? Tell
Yeah.
us. I want to
It's
hear
a,
the juice.
it's a whole thing, you know what I mean? Like it's a whole process. When I
Yeah.
see it all happen, I'm like, man, the whole takedown and then the whole put back. You know what I mean? It's a and then even the cleaning.
I mean,
of it.
white women got to do shit with their hair too, but I feel like it's not as
Nah,
much.
they just throwing. their
We know it's not as much, and I
do some
feel
straightening,
like
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty much for white people. It's very.
because if I wish they had their hair, I could just wake up and be. Well, I don't wish, but you know what I'm saying. Like I used to be like, damn, I wish I had that hair because of the maintenance, and then I was like, wait a minute, none of y'all styles hold. Never mind. And then I also realized there's some styles of ours that don't hold, so I'm just like, fuck. But
Man,
at the
we
end of the
always
day,
talk
I'd
about
rather,
hair on this
I'd
damn
rather have.
show.
I told him that hair is
How
just
many
a
times have
thing.
y'all- Will this be number?
Probably
It'd
every
probably
time.
be easier to say how many times we haven't talked about hair.
Okay. So we always
Yeah,
get on this
probably zero.
subject. So we always get on this subject.
Because I told him, like, especially if you're dealing with minorities, we haven't had not one white person on here yet. So I think if we get
We
a
haven't
white
had a single
person,
white person on here. I'm
No.
white.
whole white,
A whole white person.
more white
A
than
whole
you,
white person, just half of
more white than you.
Blonde-haired,
You
blue-eyed,
black,
true American.
white.
Dad talks with a little bit of a trailer park accent type white.
Damn. And that is a description of a
What you do when this man walked up
stereotypical.
with you with these eyes that he got over here? Pause. You ain't hear nothing he said. You
Right.
just looking at his eyes, huh? You ain't hear what damn thing he said.
It works.
That boy got some pretty
It
eyes.
works.
He got some pretty eyes.
Pause. What?
I said pause before I said all
After.
that.
Yeah, he did say
No,
pause.
no.
It's like pause. Play, rewind. That's what's up. though.
We got to break this. We got to break the thing where men don't compliment other men.
Oh, I mean, man,
You know.
we should be able to compliment each other.
For sure, for
It's
sure.
not a gay thing.
I get very jealous of women how they just be like, "Girl, you have a motherfucking ass popping." Well, not that part,
But not that.
not that part. Hold on.
In general,
Yeah, but your
Not
ass
that part,
popping.
but in general, like the compliments.
like, man, you look good. You look like you dressed nice.
Yeah, please,
today,
no man
Thank
ever
you.
tell me about my ass. Oh,
Yeah, come on.
the memory is full. It just said it was full, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We
So is
gotta
it still
close
going?
out.
Close us out then.
Why?
Well,
Why me?
that's all, folks.
Because this happened to us on the one with Tasia too. So that's why I was
Oh,
like, we
okay,
had
I
just kept going, and I just put the cover art on there. And now this is the same announcement that I made the last time. I don't close us out ever.
You could. Why not? Maybe that's why we're still talking.
No, it ain't.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna close this out.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for coming, bro.
Man, thanks for having me.
DJ
This was-
Dreamwear.
This was a
Damn it.
blast. This was a
That's
blast.
it.
One half of
fine.
Los Vibes.
One half. You got the one half. We'll have to get the other one.
Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
We definitely want to do a show up here in Houston, man. I would love to collaborate with one of y'all. I always keep telling the Q.
Not both of us?
Hey, shit, we can do a whole thing.
Y'all gotta get to know each
I
other,
would
huh?
like to collab with one of y'all,
Shit.
not the other one though.
I'm just trying.
I feel like y'all gotta get to know each other,
good
huh?
set with some good music and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
definitely get that. You know, that
We
shit
should throw a
popping.
selection inspired.
Selection
like, event.
inspired shit. If you want club inspired, whatever you need, man. We got
Yeah,
you. We can
selection
throw out
be
some
like-
ratchet stuff too. Like we can get you.
So we can get a little bit of both.
Keita
Let's
knows.
just
She's been there.
let's
She's
just do
seen
it.
She's
You've
throwing
seen
ass.
it.
She's throwing ass. We all saw it.
Everybody's all right. Everybody's seen it.
Threw it, dropped
Man.
it, all that.
Man,
Yep.
I fucked my leg up, y'all. I don't think I can do. I don't think I can do no more splits. I was talking about that earlier today.
I love Keita V.
I know, right?
Appreciate you. Let me wrap it up.
Thank you, Lakita.
Koala cool.
No, thank y'all.
Thank y'all
Aw.
both. Tanisha, appreciate you coming through.
Shout out to Tanisha on the
Thank you for
side.
coming through.
Shout out my baby.
Swime here. Thank you for the Mexican candy shots. Y'all, until next time, make sure y'all subscribe, like, all that good stuff. You said that already?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I thought he was like,
Hit that share button, y'all.
Yeah, hit that share
Smash
button.
that share button.
smash.
Catch y'all next time. Peace.
I don't even know why I'm
Easy.
looking. Right.
Oh yeah, that's off.
Gotta be easy.
We're both doing it. We're like, ah.
It still said it's recording.